All right. We are here.
right.
We're getting
Okay.
set up.
Yeah, we're just getting set up right now. It's no big deal. We're
Hi.
just trying to get everything together here. Takes a little bit to get this jazz in gear. All right.
Yes, everyone, welcome back, Cole.
Yeah.
Why, thank you.
Yes.
My computer is now functional again.
You're loud and proud. And you have a
Well,
battery.
at least loud.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Got a battery. That's a good
I
thing.
had to come up with something that rhymed. So
No,
That's
you
all I
can't be
could come up
proud.
with.
Pride Month just ended last week.
Okay.
I was just
Yep,
gonna
nope,
say
we can't
that.
be proud anymore. Nope, we're done. That was it.
you're loud as a thunder cloud.
Oh boy.
Actually,
Okay.
Fine.
I'm sorry. I'm not very good.
No, that's the kind of energy we need, Mark.
I that's why I sucked as a bard.
Well, you almost made me spit my water all over my laptop.
Well, that's my goal for the evening.
You were really close to attaining it right there.
Uh,
Oh man. Yeah, so I was telling Ian, maybe Mark was there too. I went ahead through all of the module in Pathfinder, and I literally printed the pages and then I cut them out individually on 3x5 cards so that I could find them, because it's so hard while I'm talking to you guys trying to flip through a book and finding everything instead of just going, oh, they're here, and then I've got it accessible. So my wife's like, what the
Very
hell are
cool.
you doing?
he's being very geeky. That's
Oh.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
But you know, pot
I do
channel.
know now that we have a glue stick in the house. So
nice.
that's a thing.
You know you're old school when you got all the glue stick.
That's right. I asked my wife, I go, do we have a glue stick in the house? She's like, of course we have a glue stick in the house. Okay, whatever.
She's a teacher. You're a teacher. damn
We're
it.
both, yeah, but okay, I'm a high school teacher. I don't use glue sticks when I'm editing videos.
I don't
That's
know if
old
I've
school.
used a glue stick since I was in like 6th grade.
Nice.
No, old school Ian is tape.
Yeah, tape. Yeah.
No,
I've
the
done
Old
that.
school is Elmer's glue, and some kid would always be eating it.
No, he was talking about for video.
Editing.
For editing, you would literally take two things and you would
Yep.
Tape
you
them
have
together.
all the
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yep.
and you would cut
Splicing
it
splicing the
and
film
put them together and tape
Tape
it,
it.
and then they would
Nice.
make the master off of that. So that's
Eh,
why the phrase, your scene was left on the cutting room floor. They literally would cut it out and just drop it on the floor.
wow.
So okay, I've got the bots going. Are we ready? Rebecca, we're playing Pathfinder tonight.
Yeah, I figured that out.
We know you're upset.
Well, we're
You're
gonna
like,
start.
what the hell's going on?
We're gonna start. We're gonna start in this little city, and Gilly's going to rage. We're like, Gilly's not in this party.
That's
I'm
right.
like, okay. I'm recklessly raging. What? What?
I don't think on Pathfinder we can do that. Who knows? We're finding out different things every day. All right, so we good? Is everyone ready? Mark, are you ready?
Yeah, we're streaming.
Like, yeah, but is everything fine for you?
Yeah, everything looks great.
Okay.
Your head's a little tall. You could move it up, move the camera up a little bit.
I could move my
You
head.
said you got a big
Move the
head.
camera up. It's cutting off the top of your head. There you go.
Hold on a second.
That's
How about
fine.
that?
That's fine.
Better?
Yep.
All right. I got a new chair.
Oh,
So-
that's what
How
happened.
dare you?
Not adjusted at the same height as the last one, I guess. So,
Well, that's okay.
yes. Facebook marketplace, $25.
You're not allowed to change your setup.
Wow.
We told you not to change your setup.
I know, now my
boy.
microphone's too low and
Yeah.
it's everything is off
So
slightly now.
What
I've
kind
got
of
to
craziness is going to happen after Prime Day?
God, don't talk to me about Prime Day. That's where my wife spends all of our money. That's the craziness that happens. Okay, so we ready to go?
Sure.
Mhm.
So I'm going to guess that we're going to go a long session. The last time we went, like 2.5 hours?
Woof.
Now, I will tell you guys that when I when I edit the sessions. So let's just talk D&D for a second, even though I know people would love to hear this. A D&D session, if we don't have combat, like the last D&D session, right? There was no combat and we were just like moving around. You guys were talking to each other. I probably removed 10, 12 minutes
Wow.
of audio.
Is that a lot?
That's not much.
No, that's not much at all.
Okay.
If we have combat, I remove like 30 minutes
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
because there's a lot of
We looked that up real quick.
Initiative.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I'll make a wrong ruling and then we'll go, hold on, we'll talk about it a little bit. Then I'll go, oh, okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. So then I have to go back and I cut all that out. So it's just a lot more stuff going on. Once dice get introduced, there's a lot of things I got to take out. So while we're walking around the town, it shouldn't be too bad. When you guys go back, it may slow down. So let's say we'll shoot for 2.5 hours.
Okay.
Shoot
8:30.
for like 8:30. So maybe you want to take a break around. Well, Mark's has a request. Mark's break is tied to the temperature of a
Mead.
fluid,
Yeah.
mead. So he wants to take a
making
break
a new
when
batch, Cole.
You're making a new batch?
Yeah.
That's great. That means
So-
I'm going to get a new bottle of mead next time we visit.
Exactly.
There you
We
go.
should have an on-screen thermometer reading that
Yes,
shows it.
that's
so-
right. We
I wish I
should.
had that.
Missed
I have to go
opportunity.
run and look at it manually.
So you
That's
think it'll be
hilarious.
how long about?
About a half hour from now, maybe. I'll
Oh,
go check
geez.
it. It'll only take a few seconds to check.
Yeah, it'll only take a couple minutes.
Okay. All right.
And,
So
and once it's the right temperature, then I can just add the yeast, and then I'm done.
does that take a while to do, or is it just
No.
pouring it in? That's it.
It's just
Okay.
pour in and stir, and you're done.
So then let's look at trying to take a break, maybe around in the 7:15-ish range.
Sure.
You guys want to do that? As long as we're at a good spot, like around 7:15 or so, we'll just take a break and then we'll come back. All right. And let's see
Sure.
here.
Not going to lie, cannot remember where we left off. And
We're in
are we
town.
still in town?
We're in
We're in
town.
town. Remember?
We're at
Remember?
the
We're-
shop of oddest.
We got to get a ladder made in the morning or we're getting a ladder made.
Right. I just wasn't
Possibly.
sure how much talking
Where were
we
you getting
doing
the-
and what
where
time
were
of
you
day it
getting the
was.
ladder
At the
made again?
carpenter.
The carpenter.
We talked to a carpenter by the name of Kilino Lathanar from the market.
The
He had a
market.
tent. Yes.
Gotcha.
And we've already
Easy.
paid for it.
He says he doesn't remember where we are.
I've been taking notes. It was just a matter of like, did we leave yet? Are we still in town? How much time do we have? That's the stuff I can remember.
And Mika wanted to go to the library.
Yeah, but we found a shop of oddities.
Yeah, I think we were trying to kill time while they were creating the ladder for us because we were going to go back at night maybe.
No, it was
Yeah,
afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
rushed it to get it done in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys paid a little bit extra to get it done a little bit after noon.
Because
Oh,
we're rich. That's how we roll.
Yes, because the second you guys get a nickel, you spend a dime. So. Oh gosh.
so did I get my knife back? Did you
Yes.
determine that? Okay.
Yeah,
Yay.
he retroed that because there was it actually hit, so you could just take it out of him.
So did I say that during the show?
I think you
No.
did.
No, that was after
No,
the show.
Was it
Okay,
after?
after
so-
the
Oh, okay.
show.
So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do the intro, intro you guys, and then we're going to just talk about mistakes.
Mhm.
So if anyone can remember any mistakes,
We
that'll
don't
be like
have
one
that
of
kind
them.
of time tonight.
We got
Jim?
tons of time, dude. We got tons of time. Our goal is going to be making fewer and fewer mistakes every time. But all right, you ready to go?
Sure.
Do we get a grade at the end of the session or what?
A grade?
Yeah, you said our goal is to make fewer and fewer mistakes. You sounded like a teacher. I figured you were going to grade us or something.
I feel that you were going to be disappointed.
Is that what you tell your kids?
I
That's all I
mean,
could- I mean, I could give you an A, but I'd just be giving you an A. So
I'm okay with that.
Oh,
See, I'm not opposed
you're
to
one,
that.
You're one of those kids.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Give me the
gosh.
damn A.
Yeah.
I don't get a lot
All
of
right.
those.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Remember, like Mark, whenever you got to pause for it, just tell us, and then
Yep.
whenever 7:15 ish or so, we're gonna just take a pause.
Cool.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2. You know what? Before we start, Mark, I will tell you that whatever you were doing last week, I wasn't looking at you. I felt like you were sucking something out of a drink. I could hear it the entire episode.
No way.
Yes, I could hear it. I had to cut all of those out. So
Oh no.
I just want to let you know.
I don't,
if you
I
can,
don't remember what I was doing though.
all right, it sounded like you were drinking something.
Can you hear it right now?
Well, somebody else was making noise when you were doing
That
it.
was
So
me.
that was Rebecca. Go ahead and do it again.
Everyone be quiet.
I didn't hear it, but
No? Okay.
Helps a lot when you whisper.
okay.
I
Here
don't,
we go.
I don't know what it is. I have another mug. Maybe I was drinking out of this one. Oops. Got to open it first. Let's try this again.
Yeah.
You
think I
could
heard
hear
that.
it?
I think I heard it.
Okay. So this was the culprit then.
I think I heard it.
I'll pour it into the other one on break.
All right. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Happy game. I did not do it. Why did I write that down? It's happy. We're still doing Happy Friday, right?
Happy Friday.
Okay. I don't know why I have this written down still.
Just
All right, here we
sounds wrong otherwise.
go. It does sound right. Right when I said it, I'm like, oh, what's that? All right. 3, 2. Happy Friday and welcome to Sometimes You Crit, a TTRPG real play podcast. We are here for the 4th episode of our Pathfinder 2E adventure path, Abomination Vaults. We're a group of longtime D&D players learning a new system and probably making mistakes along the way. Actually, I should change that from probably making mistakes to absolutely 100% making mistakes along the way. My name is Jim, and I am your game master. I'd like to introduce all of our players. First up, we have Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am playing the Goblin Gunslinger. I clapped into the microphone. That's going to drive Jim crazy, so deal with
okay.
it. My name is Timu Slug Thrower. I should have announced that one up front. And I'm having a ball with Pathfinder. I was commenting on how much I'm actually enjoying it. So it's been a fun experience so far.
Good. Okay, great. Yeah, I'm enjoying it too. It gives me some old
It's
school
different,
D&D
and I really
vibes.
like it.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Next we have Cole. How you doing, Cole?
Hey, Jim. My name's Cole. I play Deg, called Coal Gut. He is a first level tunnel flood kobold swashbuckler. A lot of words to describe your character, but
Many
It is.
adjectives.
yeah. But yeah, I've also been enjoying. I'm trying to actually take notes this campaign and trying to stick through it, like stick to note taking. So we'll see
It's
how
so
this
hard.
actually
I've
goes.
tried it before. It's so
but
rough.
yeah, I've got a system. I hope it works.
Well, I'll tell you, even if your notes aren't right, everybody else is taking really good notes anyway. So I'm sure you could all work together and oh wait, no, they're not. No, they're not.
We don't need
Okay.
notes because we're on Twitch.
That's right. That's right. Yes, exactly. Who needs notes? Next up, we have Ian. How you doing, Ian?
Hi guys, I'm great. I'm Ian. I play Alder Hollerock, a Tengu sorcerer, an aberrant mind sorcerer. He's a little bit loony.
Okay. Aberrant. You know what? I don't even know that about your character. Aberrant mind sorcerer.
Mhm.
What does that mean exactly?
It's actually in both D&D and Pathfinder. It's the bloodline aberrant mind. It means they've been touched a little bit.
Oh, no, there you go. Now all the pieces are starting to
Yeah.
fit together.
I think in D&D and maybe a little here, it has a lot of old gods type of feeling to it, like Cthulhu type of stuff built
Oh.
into it.
Okay.
But I don't know whether I'm playing that or not. But he's a little touched in the head.
When Cthulhu shows up, you can go ahead and decide at that point whether you want to worship him or not.
I don't worship no gods. I am the god.
That's true. Exactly. Okay. Next up, we have Mark. How you doing, Mark?
Hello. I'm playing a cleric. His name is Halbrick Firebrand, and he's a dwarf. And we're all
Okay.
first level, so
Not enough adjectives there.
That's right.
Oh, I'm an oath keeper dwarf. Does that help?
There you go.
Unburdened iron ancestry. I don't know what else to say. My god is coals.
Wait, your god is coal?
Coals.
Cole's like the store.
It's also not my
Yeah.
god. Just throwing it out there.
Kols.
There you
It's
go.
not
Get some
COLE.
Coles cash for next time we go in town.
We have the same god, so my god is Cole's god.
Gotcha. Okay, and finally we have Rebecca. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm good. I just found out that we were playing Pathfinder. I thought we were playing D&D tonight. So, um, so I'm Rebecca, and I'm playing Mika Salt Whiskers, a liminal cat folk thaumaturge. Is that enough adjectives for you, Ian?
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it is a decent enough amount of adjectives.
Okay.
I think that'll work.
Okay.
Okay, so mistakes. We're going to try to go back and kind of remember the mistakes we had, because when I go ahead and edit, I'm like, ooh, I messed that up, or ooh, I messed this up. So one mistake I can think of was Mika had thrown her knife at the creature that was in the water, and I can't even remember the creature's name off the top of my head. The slurk.
Slurk, yeah.
The slurk that was in the water. And I had said afterwards that you weren't going to be able to find it. I forgot you hit with it. So we're retroing to where you're getting your knife back.
Yay.
All right. So, yeah. So you have your knife back, because if it hit it, I'm assuming it's going to be stuck in it. So let's go ahead and just give you your knife back. If it had missed, I would say it's probably going to be gone forever. Can anyone else think of any other things we completely screwed up last time?
I was slurping my drink the entire episode.
No, I think you were slurping your drink during the D&D episode, not
Oh,
during
okay.
the Pathfinder.
We collapsed the bridge instead of letting them do it.
Yeah, that was catastrophic.
That's a different kind of mistake. Sure, let's go with that. That was
It made it interesting.
Now I will tell you this. I blame Dag, because Dag went to the other side. He opened up the door. He said, "Oh crap," and then ran back. At no point did you say, "Hey guys, let's stay over here and let them come to us." See, if you'd have just told
We
them,
could have
Communication.
communicated a little better.
Yeah,
So
it's all your fault,
all
not
Dag's
mine at
fault.
all.
All my
I
fault.
think
We're
we
good.
should, we could all communicate better, not just Cole or Dag.
We're not a cohesive group yet.
Yeah, we need to start. What do you call
Ain't
that?
that the truth?
We
Well,
need to work together.
And especially for Pathfinder, like I said, we're D&D people at heart, and that's what I think all of us have mostly played.
Have you been listening to our D&D game? We're not good coordinating there either.
No.
Remember that fire giant fight?
Oh yeah, that was
Hush.
awesome.
Hush. I'm
What
trying
not to do?
Right. However, in D&D, I think for the most part, you can get away with poor tactics a little bit better than in Pathfinder.
Barely made it through that one.
Yeah, you barely
I
made it
said
through that one.
hush.
But the thing is, we're all just learning Pathfinder. So basically, they walk in, they kill something in the outer room, and then let's go to a nice easy fight. The party's going to go in. It's going to be the party against, I think it was
Three Mitflits.
three Mitflits
A
and
slug.
and a slug. So that's going to be nice and simple, right?
Slurk.
No.
And a
Now
slurp.
now we destroy the bridge, which brings the slurk into it. Now we split the party. Now we're doing underwater combat. Like, it just kind of spiraled out of control. So we're going to try to not do that today, question mark. But I
Sure.
can't promise anything. I think
go
that
with that.
I think they're still going to find themselves in a strange place. So anything else anybody can think of?
We went back to town when you weren't really wanting us to.
Well, that was a little bit different.
Not a
So,
mistake.
so last episode, I'll just go and do a quick recap. You guys went, you like I just said, you had the big fight. You guys decided, screw this. Let's go back to town. We have had enough. You went back to town. You found yourself a place to stay. You paid for. Did you pay for a week? I believe. Does anyone
I can't
remember?
remember.
Don't know.
I thought you were taking notes.
I mean, not play by play. I can tell you about the bartender.
There you go. And you guys did pay, and I think you paid.
We did pay.
Right, but I think you paid for more than a night. We'll figure it out. And then you guys went out the next morning. You decided to get yourself I'm going to throw up air quotes here, ladder built, and it's really like a 30-foot.
Bridge.
It's a bridge.
Ladder.
You got a bridge.
Bridge, yeah.
Portable
you're gonna
bridge.
you're going to carry a bridge 20 minutes out of town later in the day.
Do we get
You
a
had it
fire
all
truck that carries it for us?
Unfortunately, the fire truck just left last night,
Oh.
so it's not available this morning. So you guys had that going to be done afternoon. You had gone to somebody to look into books. I remember.
Yep.
Mika.
Mika.
Right. So did we go to the library? Is that where it was?
No,
No.
you took us to a shop of oddities.
Oh, did I?
You
Yeah, you
did.
said it was like more like a bookstore than a library, where it was.
Odd Stories Library, a
Yes.
3-story stony bookstore in north central Otari.
Right. Okay.
Good
that
notes.
Would be number
See,
7. Hey.
doing something.
See?
There you go. All right. Yeah. So you guys are at Odd Stories. And had you gone in yet? Had we talked to anybody there? I can't remember.
I don't think.
I don't think
I
so.
don't
I think that's where we
so.
cut it off because you
No.
wanted to get yourself caught up on the
Yeah.
city and the town and the people, so you can be ready for us to talk to
Exactly
them.
what I was gonna
Yep,
say.
yep, yep.
That's why you made your cool looking reference cards. Did you show
That's right.
everybody?
Oh, I've got reference cards. Woo.
He used glue stick to put them together.
I use a glue stick today because it's very difficult. And even though I love the way Pathfinder has this adventure built out, it's hard going back and forth between pages when you also have a microphone sitting in front of you. Like if I was just sitting at a table and we were there and I had a big DM screen, I could have all the stuff open, flipping back and forth, nice and easy. It makes it much more difficult when there's a microphone sitting in front of you, and that blocks me off from a lot of things and it keeps me from turning my head and all. So I think we've got this set up where we can do this. Okay, so you go to the store, and I believe you were knocking at the last time, and let's just say you knocked, and an old male human answers the door, and he's kind of wearing some robes, and he looks at you and he's like, "Yes, what can I do for you?"
I was wondering if you had any books on slurks.
Slurks. Well, I have plenty of anthologies, and I have works of fiction here that we can go through and talk about the history of the area. What would you like to see?
I'm actually looking on maybe on their anatomy or.
He goes, Cartha. And another gentleman comes out. He's like, "Oh, yes. What may I do for you? These fine folks are looking for some history books. Oh, yes. Well, I am the person here that deals mostly with textbooks and teaching tools. So you were looking for something about a slurk? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Well, first of all, why would you know the name Slurk? I don't know if you guys would know the name Slurk.
I believe you mentioned that
I
there's
said
a
the word
long-
Slurk.
Well, you mentioned that there is a long tradition of kobolds taming slurks. So
yes, you
I
do.
might have recognized what it was.
What he said.
I think yes. That was
He
right.
said.
Didn't
That's right.
you
You-
keep one
you
of his
did.
tusks too?
I do. Yes, I do have one of his tusks.
Yes. Okay. So if you pull out the tusk and he can kind of look at it, he's like, "Oh yes, absolutely, yes. What are you looking for?" And he can take you over to one of the shelves, and there is some sort of like generic books on creatures. Some of the books seem a little bit like uh, some are fiction.
I
They appear to be.
I I I I study creatures that I encounter. I like to study them and study their anatomy and study their uh, physiology, their
Oh, so are you someone who loves books as much as I do?
certain kinds of books, you could say.
Do you have any books for sale?
No.
Hmm. Well, I'll tell you what. If you ever come upon any, this is the place to bring them. I will happily purchase books from you.
What kind of books are you looking for?
Oh, everything. History, science,
Okay.
nature, whatever you can find.
Okay.
And then the other gentleman in the back goes, anything of the arcane also would be lovely too.
Well, I will certainly keep my eye out for books for you.
Okay, so now, so you're having this conversation. What are you trying to accomplish? So we can sit here and
I,
talk about this, but I'm just trying to look for, what are you looking for to
I'm
accomplish
just
here?
looking. So she sort of has a monster hunter book, and she's just looking since the slurk is something new that she's come across. She's just looking to add that information to it.
Okay,
So
so then let's do this. Let's have you start a Monster Hunter book.
okay.
Okay,
Well,
so
she
now
sort of
you,
has. I'd say she has like a basic one that her mother gave her, but she's adding to it. Yes.
right. So let's just
So,
put down that you're going to take some notes in it, and we're going
mhm,
to bring up a slurk, and you're going to get some notes on a slurk.
right.
So that'll be something that you will recognize. You will, what do I want to say? See, because of your thaumaturge ability,
Hmm.
the one that you can remind me again what it was. I'm sorry.
It
Where,
is.
where you can
It's
find out
where
the
I can find their weakness.
right, their weakness.
Yes.
I wonder, since you are a monster hunter,
Hmm.
that we could possibly give you maybe a plus, and I know people who play Pathfinder are going to scream at me possibly, a +1 to a creature that you have encountered, you have successfully I'm sorry, the phrase, what is the phrase when you do it? It's called
Let me look at
I'm
it.
sorry, you
It is exploit
Lore?
vulnerability.
Exploit vulnerability. Okay.
Yeah.
So then we'll do if you have exploited the vulnerability and then you're
Hmm.
able to do some research on the creature, you'll have a
Hmm.
+1 to exploiting vulnerability in the future on that creature. Does that sound fair to everybody?
Hmm. Yeah.
All
Well,
right. I mean,
once you encounter a monster, wouldn't you automatically know what its weakness is? I mean, why would you forget?
So the exploit vulnerabilities gives explicit effects for
Yes.
knowing the weakness and being able to do something about it.
Right.
And it says in the ability that it ends when you exploit vulnerabilities again.
Oh,
So if you use the ability on one creature and then you go to a different creature, then the ability on the first creature will end. And so you'd have to re-roll when you switch.
that's when her
So it's
mirror gives her the if it needed silver to hit, and you know that's the vulnerability.
Bag
All
there.
of a
Yes.
sudden your
Right.
weapon
Right.
becomes
Right.
silver.
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
I
that part
don't
of
think
it is what you're saying.
Yeah, so I
Right.
don't think it would be
Yeah.
game breaking, and if it is game breaking, we can always revisit this later.
We'll find
But
out.
Yeah,
it's gonna
Right.
well, and it's gonna be
gotta
pretty
figure it out
niche here.
first.
So it's something you've already exploited the vulnerability, and then you found a book or something about it that you've been able to do research about it to put it in your Monster Hunter book, and then that'll give you a +1
Okay. Okay.
for exploiting its vulnerability again.
Right.
Does that sound fair to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, you still have to roll, so
Exactly. You still have to
Right.
roll. I'm not making it where it's just a
Right.
hand
I
wave
don't
or anything.
automatically get it, but if I do get the roll, then I get the +1 to it
+1 on that creature that
on that
you have
creature.
specifically researched.
Mhm.
All right, and if you want, we could maybe go through off the air, and you
Mhm.
can come up with a couple, 3 or 4 creatures that would have made sense since you were a monster hunter inside of the city, correct?
I was trained inside the city, so I will have to see because there is a part of the city that is full of monsters that, and
Mhm.
I'll have, and I actually got the book for Absalon
Oh, okay.
for Mother's Day, so
Oh,
I will
nice.
research that and
That's a
then
mother
I'll.
that has good children right there.
Any mothers listening or watching, raise your children right.
That's right.
Raise them on RPGs, and
There you
this is
go.
what happens. Um, so then I will do my research and find out like what's the most prevalent monsters that were in Absalon. Is it Absalon? And then
Mhm.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, and we can put 2 or 3 in there, and then that
Yeah.
way, if you encounter one of them,
Right.
we'll just do the same thing,
Okay.
and then we'll kind of build out your book on that.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that seems more realistic. I'm trying to, without knowing Pathfinder, I'm already trying to tweak
Yeah.
Pathfinder, but whatever.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are going to spend some time in here for her to do this. Do any of you, the rest of you, want to do anything that you're like want to look up or look into, or are we just going to let her do this? It's up to you guys.
Well, I think Aldor would ask if they had any books on Ascension.
Of course he does.
Well,
So,
you know,
Carltha, the one who is
it's
helping.
not unheard of. There's been 3 or 4 gods that started as regular people like you and me. There's Iomade. I was the scribe in her temple. I know all about her. There's one called the Accidental God. He's Caden Kalian. He got drunk in a bar and then wandered in to take the test to become a god, and he passed, and he can't even remember how.
So, Carltha, who is helping Mika, is just kind of looks up at you, just kind of looks back down at Mika, and he's helping her do some research. Morlabant, however, is he doesn't look very interested in anything, but he looks slightly less disinterested in this. And he kind of looks at me, he's like, so you want to look up how to ascend, or are you looking at the history of ascensions,
Well,
or
I think I know how to ascend. Like, there's an actual temple in Absalom you have to go to pass. It's called the Starstone test. But not many people have passed it. About 800 years ago, there was Iomade, like I told you, and then about 2,000 years ago was Caden Kalian. About 3,000 years ago was a guy named Norberger. I believe that's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, those are like. But no one knows a lot about some of these people before. So I don't know. Maybe something about them, how they did it.
why don't you roll me? And I'm looking through these rolls, and now all of a sudden I can't see the roll I'm looking for. What is the role you use to get people to sort of side with you in
Make
diplomacy?
impression. Diplomacy.
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
I think it's
Diplomacy?
called making an impression. Is the actual action term is make an impression?
There is an action for it, yes, but as far as the role, I think the role is a diplomacy role.
Okay, I can do that. It's
That
plus
they make.
4. I'm
So-
untrained, but it's plus 4.
Right.
4. 4 on the die plus 4 is 8.
I mean, I could eventually look up something, but right now it's kind of
Oh, is it
some
your
stuff that's-
coffee break?
there's buried things, and it's
Um,
not interesting me at the
I'll just. You don't
moment.
mind if I peck around your shelves a little bit, do you?
Oh, I mean, I mean,
I was a scribe. I know how to handle books.
he's
Well,
he's
except
kind
for
of
this one
pointing.
book. Except for
He's
this
kind of
one scroll
pointing
I handle.
towards
Don't
this
want me
this
to.
one big area that looks like it's all the like general knowledge stuff, and then there's another sort of hallway that goes back, and you can see back there. You can see
Oh, that's where you keep
like
the
a
good
hint
stuff.
of books. He's like, out here, sure, yeah, just take a look, whatever you want to look at, that'll be fine.
Okay, I'll just. And he just goes around and just like.
All right. Now, I mean,
Here's
you
the
can
old stuff.
find some books out here on like stories about, these people who you just mentioned. We can find books about their ascension if you want.
Cool.
All right. Anybody else have anything they would like to do here?
I'd like to go up to Morlamat and just say, "Hey, so your name's Morlamat? Is there more to your name? How did you get here, Notari? What's your full name, sir? What interests you? I hear Ascension doesn't interest you."
um,
The look on Chris's face is priceless.
yeah.
He's just like,
I
Trying
mean,
to figure it out.
he kind of yeah, he kind of looks at you. Why don't you roll a diplomacy check? What is your diplomacy? Probably much better.
rolled a
I guess.
17 on the die for a total of a 23.
Okay. And what exactly did you want again? I'm sorry, I was intrigued by the.
You wanted to know his whole story.
I just
everything.
wanted to know his name and what interests
Yeah,
him,
what's his
essentially, and who his
backstory?
coworker here is. Carltha.
Well, yes. Well, Carltha is my husband, and we have been here in Otari for about 10 years, and we together own this fine establishment.
Very interesting. So I heard that you weren't interested in Ascension, but what are you interested in? I'm curious. I hear you might be a little bit more into the arcane.
Oh, yes, the arcane does have some interest to me, as it were. Does it interest you also?
I find it fascinating, but I'm not a practitioner, you would say. So I like studying it from a very great distance, if you know what I mean.
I see. Well, I'll tell you what, if you all ever come across any special books, I would be willing to pay a pretty penny for them. Not a penny. What would you say in Pathfinder? I would be
Gold piece.
pay a pretty copper for them. No, that sounds stupid, doesn't
A
it?
cute copper.
A cute copper. I'll come up with something. He said something really witty and smart and
A glamorous gold piece.
a glamorous gold piece. There you go. would-
Okay, we will definitely keep that in mind.
Yes.
I was wondering, while we're here, I've heard talk about this tower outside of town, and I heard that the Rose Guard once upon a time destroyed the tower. Do you know anything about that?
I mean, there's historical references to everything. There's people here who are descendants of the Rose Guard. But the tower itself doesn't really interest me that much. It's kind of been nothing since we've been here. There's, a couple people come and go every once in a while, but there's really nothing going on out there as far as I know. So,
Good to know. Thank you. I appreciate it.
now if you have
I might be-
anything, like I said, if you have any anything, any specialty books, though, however, I'm your man.
We'll be sure to bring them straight to you right away. And if we have anything that is of particular interest in regards to the tower, then we might stop by. Looking
Very
for these
well.
books, of course. We'll see.
Yes. Well, I love to gain knowledge of the arcane. So, if anyone knows things, I love to Have conversations with them.
Well, as far as I know, the gentleman you just turned down is probably the best suited in arcane that I know of.
The
But-
one who wants to be a god.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a touchy subject.
Yes, I'm sure it is. Okay, so anything else anyone want to discuss, look for here?
Question:
Yes.
Is Carl the female
No.
or the two men? Okay, cool.
Two men. Yep.
Just making sure.
Yep.
I wasn't sure, like in my head. Just making sure. Great.
Nope. In fact, they describe Morlabant. He has red hair that he keeps cut close to his scalp. He has a perpetual scowl. Not much of a description of Karltha, but we can come up with something. So if it would take a little while for all the, looking through and the research and stuff like that. So we can do a couple things. We could either zippity doo dah day onto the ladder / bridge being done, or we can do other things before that. That's up to you guys.
There's one place that I would like to go to.
Mhm.
I would like to make a trip to the mayor's mansion on the east side of town and see if I can talk to him about the Rose Guard and his ancestors.
Okay.
All right, already threw Jim a curveball. This is going
No,
great.
no, not necessarily. What I'm saying is, I'm just trying to look at where that is exactly. How did I miss that? Oh, that's number 3. Yeah. What I'm saying is, yeah, if you want to, that's fine. But however, remember, we're going to be, if what is the goal for you guys, like going and leaving and getting out there? Because it's going to take you, it won't take long to get there, but trying to find out information, trying to get in, whether he's available and all that jazz.
I mean, I guess to me, it's depends on how far we get. If he's free on the spot, we'll just have a chat. If he's not, maybe make an appointment for a later time.
Okay.
Or see when he is free.
Okay.
That's kind of my thought.
Okay.
Remind who, like, what are the Rose Guard in a like?
So-
So
So the
all
Rose
you know
Guard,
is- yep.
yeah. What I have in my notes is the Rose Guard were the original people who destroyed the tower in the first place, and a lot of their ancestors settled down in Otari. And so there are only a few that can trace their lineage directly back to the Rose Guard. So my goal is to see if we can talk to one and just see okay, this thing was destroyed. What was it before then? And how did you destroy it? And what did you miss that everything's back? Did that
Right.
answer your question, Ian?
Yeah, I think so. Yes.
Yeah, all you know that they were the legendarily destroyed that, something going out there at the keep, and then they, founded the town, really.
Gotcha.
So all right, so you're gonna head on over there towards the mayor's manor.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay. All right, so you head over to there's a little estate you can see out there. It is, and let me make sure I can ping it for you here.
Just about to ask if you can ping. that
Where's the
for us.
party token? Oh, there it is. It's so small. All right, so I'm going to move you over to right here. All right, so there's a big structure there on the eastern side of town. It's sort of up on a hill, right? You can see this, I don't want to say cliff, but there's a raised
Kind of a
area.
cliff.
Yeah, it's like a cliffside. So you have to actually walk up along this path, and you walk up. So it sits over top of the town. All right.
Of course.
So it sort of lords over the town.
I was gonna say, what good mayor doesn't want a good view of his minions, right?
Exactly.
His
Um,
domain.
There you go. Yeah, so you go up there, and it's a huge building, as you can see. It is one of, if not the largest building in the town. I think there's a couple of them that are slightly larger. But this is one of the largest structures in the town. As you're coming up there, you can see there's like a big fenced-in area all around it. Can you guys see that on your map?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. You see servants walking around. You see, people coming and going. There's children running around up there. There is a guard. I'm throwing up air quotes. One of the guards that's standing out there. Doesn't look like he's really. What do I want to say? Not really intently guarding. Like there's some sort of evil plot to overthrow. The mayor. He's just kind of there doing his job. He's one of the people, like I said before, you saw some people on the road that had green and white uniforms, and you've seen a couple of them in town right now. It's obvious to you that this is sort of the guard / garrison of the town. This is their the robes they wear. And you walk up to the little gate area, and he says, "Yes, fine citizens, state your business."
Hello, sir. I seek audience with the mayor, Osif Minimus. I seek information in regards to his ancestor, Asefna, and the Rose Guard and the destruction of the keep outside of town.
Roll a diplomacy check.
Natural 20
Wow.
Oh, man.
Well, it seems
for
like
26. Yeah.
you are in luck. The mayor will definitely love to meet with you. He loves to talk about that kind of stuff. Of course he does. However, he's slightly busy today. So how about we make an appointment for you for tomorrow?
That sounds quite lovely. I look forward to it.
How about 10 a.m.?
Sounds rather ideal to me. Does that work for you guys?
I suppose we could be back from the keep by then. We gotta slaughter those more things out there. The mayor would probably love to hear more about those exploits.
Yep. If anything, we can share our tales of our conquering of the keep, just like he shares his ancestors' tales.
Yes, and
Tales that will be written books about.
Mhm.
I certainly hope so.
everybody roll perception.
Natural
Yeah,
one.
no.
It's a 7.
Same, natural
15.
1.
Give me the total. Who is the highest total?
I have a 15.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. 7
Okay.
for me.
I rolled an 18
Oh, okay. All right. So
plus 5 actually. So yeah.
23.
Yes, sir.
So Timu, you notice that when Aldor mentions slaughtering things at the keep, there's a little hesitation by the guard, a little sort of taking note of you guys.
Mm.
Of
A
course, we're
little-
important.
Huh. He's not jumping up and down and saying anything. He's not like, trying to disarm anybody or anything, but he takes note of you. Let's put it that way. That's what you notice.
Okay.
All right.
Everybody should take note of me.
Okay. So look at the time. It's like 12:15 now, and I believe you hear this ting, ting, ting. The bridge / thing is done. The ladder's done. Yes. For
Bridge.
some odd reason, they make that sound every day whenever they finish something. It's really strange. So down below in the town that there is a ladder that has been created. It's standing up for some reason. It's really weird looking. Everyone's kind of standing there looking at it going, what the hell is this?
Oh, from up here, we can see a 30-foot ladder standing tall, high above the buildings of the roof.
You
The
can.
top's basically at eye level.
You can, exactly. Yeah, so are you guys heading to go down there and take a look at it?
Well, I say it seems our ladder's done. Let's go take a look.
Okay, and while you're going to take a look, we're gonna take a very short break because Mark's gonna get up and walk away. So Mark, get up and walk away.
All right, be right
He's
back.
gonna
Thank you.
he's gonna go check. He's gonna go check on his mead.
Yes. Cool.
All right.
Uh,
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Now Siri's trying to tell me what check on its mead means. That's weird. Did you
What?
hear that?
No.
I heard it.
It
What did
just
she
started
say?
I don't know. I just clicked off of it. It just started talking to me. I'm like,
I
oh,
heard
that's
it.
weird. That's not weird at all.
That's that in my house. That's when she gets told to shut the f up, and that's why when Judgment Day happens, it's gonna happen first in my house because her and Alexa are always being told to shut the f up, and I
Right.
wasn't talking to you, and
Mm-hmm.
so
All right,
I
Mark.
know
What is
they're
it?
8 more
plotting
degrees,
Micah.
and it's still too hot.
How much more? How many more?
8 more degrees.
8 more degrees. Okay.
That'll take
Okay.
a while.
Yep. Oh, really?
Yeah,
How
It's-
long do you think? Another 30 minutes or so?
it's literally a gallon, so maybe 15. I would say about a half hour to an hour.
Okay, well, we're going to be going till about then. So at that point, we could probably go ahead and stop. So, all right, so you guys head on back down to the marketplace. You were talking with Kileno, correct?
Yes.
Yes,
He
it's a
Leno.
carpenter. Yeah,
Kileno's there, and your ladder's standing straight up in the air for some odd reason. It's really weird. He's like, what do you... I remember what his voice was. I don't think it was a pirate voice, but he said. So now he's looking at Timu when he's talking. All right. He says, you can see this is all constructed very well, very well. You see, it's all very sturdy, and he's like, hitting on it, pulling on it. Looks like a very sturdy construction to you guys. But he's talking specifically to Timu.
very good. We'll see how it holds up. It
Do you
looks
remember-
great.
Do you remember why?
Yeah, I was mean, to say the least.
I'm not going to say mean. You were intimidating.
Yes.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were forceful. So
We paid
this.
extra to make
You
sure
did.
it was done faster, and I
You
wanted
did.
to make sure it wasn't going to be done shoddily.
Mm-hmm.
Those damn
Now-
construction workers.
Oh, go ahead, Mark. Were you going to say
I was
something?
going to say the real test is if Halbrick and Eldor can be on it at the same time.
So they can take it, and they have these two huge, which is really weird. They have these sawhorses set up. And they put it across these sawhorses like about 25 feet apart, and you guys can get up on it and walk across it. It looks very sturdy.
It's gonna be Mika
Looks like-
and Outdoor because we're the two big ones. We're the largest of the four.
Right now, I've got you guys down, and somebody tell me if I'm wrong, because when I was looking at this earlier and I was making notes on everybody, I've got 3 of you being medium-sized creatures: Mika, Aldor, and Halbrick.
That's right. Hulbrook is a dwarf too. That's
Yeah, I'm a
right.
dwarf.
It's,
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. It's just the. I
Yeah,
keep
there's
forgetting
there's the two smalls.
I keep forgetting there's 5 of us for some reason. I keep thinking there's 4 of us. I don't know who I'm forgetting. I'm probably not counting myself.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
192
Yeah, actually, that would
pounds.
make sense,
That
really.
makes sense. Well, there's
Not
1, 2,
for
3,
his
4 of you.
character.
That's true.
What do you mean? If it's my character counting, there's only 1.
Yeah, I know.
That's right.
I would think your character would count yourself as 2.
Character counts
Okay,
myself as the only one.
that's right. Okay, so you have this. Are you guys looking for anything else? Now, let me ask you a quick question, because I don't remember exactly, and somebody remind me. When you guys came back last night, did you need healing?
No.
No. We did some medicine checks after our battle.
You did
to
medicine
treat
checks.
wounds.
Oh,
We
that's
treated
right.
And treating
wounds,
wounds was
and-
enough to heal us up.
And
Yeah.
then we
Correct.
slept. And then we slept on top of that. So
Correct. Right, but sleep doesn't do any. What does sleep give you? 1 hit point?
sleep gives you
Or am I mistaking
sleep
this for
gives you a
1E?
certain amount. It's a portion of your. I have to look it up.
Yeah, I know it was very little, if anything. I'm maybe thinking 1E, where it gives you 1 hit point, and you just were
Yeah.
pathetic for a week or 2. All right, so I know. So you guys have all your hit points you have all of your spells, correct?
Yep.
All right, and you got a 30-foot ladder that you're gonna have to walk with. I feel like Dag and Timu are gonna be walking with it with their hands way up in the air over top of them, and the
I'm
other's gonna be
3'6".
walking.
I'm just gonna be dangling off it.
Well, they're gonna have to carry it around their waist height as they're walking with it. Just picture a gigantic ladder. They've got it at waist height, and you two have it held over your head. It's gonna be a
So
little bit of a
actually,
struggle. Go ahead.
before we leave, I walk over to Kalino and I give him a silver as a tip, and I say I appreciate good craftsmanship. This is well deserved.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate that. Roll a diplomacy check.
Oh, that pulled away from me. 19, and I get +3 diplomacy, so 22.
Okay. All right. Yes. Excellent. Well, if you guys are ever around and you want a job here, we could always use some guards here at the market if we're always interested in people
I
helping.
might take you up on that.
If you're interested, yes, come back and see me.
Might need your knowledge too of surrounding areas and tradesmen.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Okay. So tell me.
FYI, a night's rest regains you your Constitution modifier times your level, and that's how many hit points you recover over a night's sleep.
Gotcha. And most everyone's Constitution modifier is probably.
+2.
Let me see. Mika's is 0. Halbrick is 3. Aldor
Mine's
is
1.
Plus
Timu
2.
is 2. And Deg is 1. Yeah. This is one thing I did not have up before when we were trying to do this because I was feeling like there was so much going on. But now with Path Builder opened up for me and I can see all your character sheets, it makes it a lot easier for me to see what's going on with you. And I can look at actually your different things that you have. So hopefully this will help us out a little bit as we're moving along. Okay, so are you guys heading on out to the keep, or were you going to do? Now you can purchase stuff in town. I'm not trying to run you out there. Is there anything you're looking for in particular that you think you need?
I don't think so. I think we. No, I don't.
Because I know some of you are flat broke, and
Yep.
some of you kept a lot of your money. Yeah, yes. I think that Hallbrick is broke,
He's broke.
Mm-hmm.
but some of
Sounds
you
like-
had money, I believe. So
I've got
is
some
there anything
money.
you're looking for?
I got some money, but I'm saving it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nothing
Yeah.
anybody's looking for. Okay.
I mean, what kind of shops are in town?
Nothing right now, at least.
Well, we've
Um,
strolled through the market a little bit, so if there are any
Right.
dresses on display, I'm sure Mika could find something for her.
I mean, market has like
Not looking
generic.
for a dress.
There's a lot of generic stuff in the market. There's going to be a. Let me just double check on this one here. There's places that you can like buy tools. There's places you can. I mean, generic stuff. You can get some weapons. There's depends on what you're looking for.
I think I'm good actually. So
Okay.
We're pretty much still fresh out of character creation. We have
Yeah.
what we thought we would need then from that.
True. But then you got in your first
Yeah.
fight. So I just want to make sure
Yeah.
that you didn't get in your first fight and said, oh, shoot, I really wish I had fill in the
Well,
blank.
Halbrick didn't have enough money to buy everything he wanted, but I'm not going to use up the party gold yet. So,
Yet.
well, we're all going to split it up and each get a little money. Otherwise, why are we here?
True.
Yeah.
Man makes a point.
All right. So there's nothing Halbrick wants?
Well, eventually he'd like to upgrade his shield and
There's lots he wants.
yeah, there's a lot of
Mhm.
stuff he'd like.
Exactly. There it is. Yes, plenty that he
For
wants.
now, I think he's good.
Okay, so just for you guys, if you're looking for generic things like a sword or a shield or something like that, before you go to it, for me, just look it up on the archives for like the price of those things, because I'm going to charge you the generic price for all these things, unless it's something unusual, magical, potion, stuff like that. That you can just look up easily. We can get that really simply. Okay.
Mhm.
Cool.
Okay, all right. So you guys are going to am I speaking out of turn? You're taking your ginormous ladder. You're being watched too. There's a lot of people looking at you going, "What the hell's going on here?"
We're just
Um,
walking down the street, just parading down the street with a 30-foot ladder.
That's-
Nothing strange and unusual here.
Is this
Um,
a secret? This gaunt-like thing?
Is it? What do you mean is a secret?
I mean, it didn't seem like everyone knows about the gauntlet, right?
Everyone knows about the place. Yes, the people who live here. It's there. It's like
But they don't
you
know
live
that
in.
it's lit.
They really don't pay attention. You haven't seen anybody like reacting about it yet. The only person you've seen really react about it so far was Rin.
Right, right.
Everybody else just seems like the kind of mind. It's kind of like, you live in a town there's a spooky old house on the outside of town, and nobody really
From
pays attention to it because that spooky old house has been there for 100 years.
from town at night, can you actually see the glow of it, or do you have to look really hard to notice that there's a little glow coming?
You have to
from it?
you have to look very hard to see that there's a glow from it.
Okay. It's not obvious, shining bright light.
No, it's not
coming
like
from
just
the
like
west.
beep. No.
No, we rolled to see if we could perceive it the first
Yes.
night we got
Gotcha.
here, and only
Yeah, and I think one or two
of us.
people were able to, and then you guys were able to point it out to the rest of them. It's kind of like looking through the trees and seeing this, and oh, that's not a star. That's
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are heading out.
Yep.
Okay, you head out of town. Like I said, it's normally it's about a 20-minute trip. I'm gonna say carrying your ladder. We'll call it 30. It's going to be a little awkward, Every once in a while, you lift one of the smalls up off their feet, and they're just kind of dangling, and their feet are doing the Fred Flintstone.
Nice.
Yeah. So you
The
get back
cartoon
out.
run.
Exactly. So you're going to get back out to Gauntlet Keep. So let me go ahead and open this back up here, and that was not what I wanted to open up. Let me bring this onto here. All right. And let me make sure. You guys are still on this map, correct? Yes.
Yep.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change this now to being lit. Daylight mode. Can you see?
The outside did get brighter, but the walls still do block our view. So yes.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. So I'm going to bring you right up into that little outer keep area where you're standing at right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the bridge that was destroyed. I mean, it's going to be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I'm not going to fight with you about putting your little bridge thing out there. So let's just get your bridge placed apart.
I would hope not. After all we did to get that.
Oh, you did. You gave somebody money and took a couple hours time.
I'm just saying it would be funny. We spend a half of an episode, 2 hours worth of episode time talking about this ladder, and we get back here. Oh, it doesn't work.
We break it.
Yeah.
It
You know what's
breaks.
weird? It's like 6 inches short. I mean, it was so close.
It would be
So close.
like
Justified that
Measure
much.
twice, cut once.
That's right.
it would be like when somebody bought a horse and you put two characters on it, and did the
Donkey.
water take? It was the donkey. Did the river take the donkey, or did the
Yeah. Water
There was a
elementals.
water elemental
Yeah.
that whacked
Yeah.
the donkey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a different game a long time ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. It was before
That
my
was
time.
season
Yeah,
one.
it was before your time, or
Yeah.
were we even?
We weren't even a season.
We weren't even a season. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that was
still
that
bitter
was
about that.
that was on your way into going to outer space.
I thought it was pretty
okay.
funny. He just got the damn thing too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and
Okay.
I was on the damn donkey.
Okay. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and boop-a-doo, let me just get these guys out of here. Okay. All right. So you guys can cross your little bridge thing if you want to.
Let's go.
Are we
Yeah.
crossing the bridge as we come to it?
I think we're
Yes.
getting there.
You guys are there, right? Yep.
Mhm.
All right, someone else lead the way, because thank you.
All right. So I'm going to read the description of this room one more time, 'cause I think I did it like at the end of 2 shows ago, because when Cole opened the door and then we kind of did the fighting and all that other jazz. Piles of rotting timbers and loose stones lie in heaps throughout this large L-shaped hall. Clumps of moss and tangled vines spill down from gaps in the wooden ceiling above each pile of rubble. Several doors lead out on all sides, most barely clinging to their hinges and frames. Debris completely blocks a wooden stairwell that leads up to a large hole in the ceiling. Here and there, the stone wall bears the scars of fire or damage from an ancient battle.
Are there Mifflin
So,
bodies laying around?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. So let me just talk about 2 things. First of all, I found that when we were doing this before, and I was as bad as you guys, was I was saying things like, I'm going to move there. So we're going to try to be a little bit more descriptive of what we're doing. So let me tell everyone what they just did. The party just walked to the edge of the door and huddled at the door and didn't walk more than 5 feet inside of the room, even though the room is probably 80 feet across.
Well, there might be
So-
traps.
They're being very careful. And I'm going to
Hell
go ahead and assume Halbrick, shield up,
Yep, he's up.
shield up.
Yep.
And was anyone else in another peculiar thing like that as we were walking? I can't remember right now.
I just think
You're
we've
being
all got
stealthy,
our
right?
default weapons out stance as we're
Yeah.
exploring this place.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mhm.
And Mark, what is that called? Ray shield, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to take notes on this.
Well, Ray
Well,
Shield
Ray
is,
Shield is the action during combat.
yeah,
There's a
there's another one
defend
for
or it's an exploration mode where you
Yeah.
move half speed, but your shield is up. So if combat is initiated, he will
I'll
start.
find it.
What do you think it's called? Defend?
I think it's defend.
Yeah,
or...
defend.
Defend?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you are in defend mode. That's kind of your basic mode when you
That's
get
my
into a
basic
situation.
mode. Yep. Shield up, weapon ready.
Gotcha. Okay, so you see this massive room. It's L-shaped. You see that it goes forward and it bends to the right. You can see from where you're at. You can see a stairwell on the right-hand side that looks like it's all kind of jacked up. You see a door kind of up above you on the right-hand side. You see a door to your left. You see another door further ahead of you on your left. You see what looks like a door straight ahead of you at the far end, and then you know that the room sort of bends around to the right, and there's potentially more doors over there. There's rubble all over the ground. What are you guys doing?
This is the stairwell over here.
Yes.
Okay.
So where this leads up to, you can see that the stairwell. So the stairwell's on the right hand side, right? It leads up, and then it looks like there was like a landing that used to come over to a little bit south of it, and that which led to that door that's over there. So that door is above you. That makes sense?
Oh, gotcha. This is like a second story door.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. Well, this door, I can see through it. Is it open?
You can see through it?
You're beyond
Like
it.
I can see beyond it. I think we've got this door.
The
You've got a
light
door here
shines through.
set to be open.
Hold on a second. Let's move you back here. Nope, stop. I don't know why that would show the door. Let's go to dynamic lighting.
There you go. It was closed.
Nope. It's still open.
You've got an actual Roll20 door as opposed to a layer of lighting wall.
How's that?
That's closed now.
Yeah, that
That
closed.
closed it? Okay. And I'm not sure how to use this one right now, so we're just going to go with it, and I can remove it and move it along. Yeah, so that's where you guys are at. What would you like to do?
Oh, well, is there anything around that looks interesting other than rubble?
You know that where at first, you know that right where you originally came in, right? Like right where you're at right now, there was bodies
Right.
because Mika and Timu were over there slaughtering creatures.
Right.
Those bodies are
yeah.
not there.
So they've been removed.
Those bodies are gone. Yes,
Mhm.
there is still
Are there, like-
blood. There's still
I was gonna
blood on the
ask, is there
ground
like
from it.
drag marks or anything from where the corpses were and where they're not now?
Oh
Like
boy!
blood smear from where they were pulled?
Well,
Good
what are we going to roll
question.
for that? Let's look for that. Hold on a second. What kind of roll are we going to do for that? That seems like that would be a
Like survival rolls, like tracking footprints, like that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
stealth. No, survival.
Survival.
Yeah, survival.
Yeah, why don't you roll survival?
Perception? You don't see it?
No, survival.
All
I
right,
think survival.
Well, it's tracking, right? That's
Well, you know what?
Uh,
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. What do we think? Survival or perception?
I think it's survival.
Oh, I mean,
Okay.
it's a
Sorry.
matter of degrees. How far deep do you want this tracking? Like perception will be surface. Like
So for survival, it says you're adept at and since we are learning this, right? You're
Yeah,
adept at
yeah,
living
yeah.
in the
Mhm.
wilderness, foraging for food, blah blah blah. Discovered the secrets of tracking and hiding your trail. Even if you're untrained, you can use survival to subsist. Sense direction and subsist is one thing. Cover tracks and track, you have to be trained to use survival for.
I'm
Right.
trained.
So it seems like tracking is a survival check. It's not a perception check in Pathfinder. Does that sound correct to everybody?
right. I mean, there's a tracking.
Right. And it
action.
looks like that's what you're looking for. You're looking for tracking, correct?
Yeah, I want to see if we know, okay, the bodies are not here. Where did they go to?
All
And
right.
I guess immediately you would look for drag marks. You killed these things; they were bleeding out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess you'd be tracking the bodies. I guess.
All right. And Hallbrick, you said you are
I'm trained.
trained.
Yep.
Well,
All right.
I
So
rolled an 11, so I didn't see shit.
well, no, you're not going to be able to track. That's one thing about
Oh,
Pathfinder.
excuse me. Okay,
If you're not trained, that's why if you click on the thing on Path Builder,
I
if you
did.
if you click on survival, then you'll see on the left-hand side, it
Trained
shows the
only.
things you can do, and then it says trained only. So there's certain things in Pathfinder you can't do unless you're trained in it.
All right. I'll
And tracking is one
try
of
and
them.
figure out where the bodies
Well-
went.
Okay.
14 plus 7, 21.
21. It looks to you like the bodies. Come on. Click on this. Why is it not clicking on for me? There we go. It looks to you like the bodies were dragged to this door over to the left-hand side.
Okay.
It looks like the blood trail leads under the door.
Okay. I tell the guys they dragged him in here.
Who wants to look and see the dead body closet?
Well, I've seemed to have some good luck with doors so far, so I'd be happy to take a crack at the door.
Go ahead.
Be interested to see what's behind there.
I'll go up and open it.
Okay, you're
or
going to open
attempt
the
to
door.
it.
Yep.
I'm actually positioned a little further back in case, someone's getting the drop on. I got my weapon leveled and ready.
Okay, so I'm going to try and use the tools that are here for me. So let's see if this works, okay? So I'm going to click on open, and let's see if that did anything. Did it open the
Hey.
door?
Open.
Yep.
It did?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Actually, the players can open that too. Open and close doors too.
you can.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the door functionality. You can
Yeah.
lock it. You can lock it as a GM to prevent us from opening. And
I
closing
bet
it.
that it's already set for the ones that are locked.
No,
in
I
fact-
think
No, I think
I-
because they've made this.
there's also a secret door functionalities too. Like there's
True.
no door. There's no door icon on any of these other ones.
Correct.
Oh yeah.
So
I think this map was made before the door functionality in Roll20 was.
I think that
done.
I added that onto there accidentally.
Right.
I think I was playing with it and added on there.
That was the thing I was
Oh, well.
telling you.
We got one door. There you go. But as slow as
Hey,
you guys
alright.
go, don't worry about it. This may be the only door you go through tonight, anyways. Okay, so you guys open this door. So you see a collapse. Well, yeah. There's a collapsed wooden staircase in the northeast corner of the room that winds up to a moss-shrouded hole. The expanse of the fog fen, which is the area out here. Can you see where I'm pinging?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's sort of like there's a destroyed area of the wall, so you can see out kind of like into the swampy area.
Mhm.
Past that. And that's the fog fen. Is visible through a total collapse in a stone wall to the west. A dead frog the size of a horse
Wow.
lies sprawled in this collapse, its back legs bitten off at the hips.
Nope, someone was hungry.
That could have been such a cool mount. First a slurk, now a frog. Not having much luck on this adventure.
Is the slurk that what we're talking about, or is it an actual giant frog?
It's a giant frog.
Well,
Unless-
it says a massive frog.
Actually, write
ba-ba-da-ba-da.
these things.
Let's see here. I
was picturing the slurk as a frog-like creature.
Right, and it doesn't say there. I'm
true,
going to say
yeah.
it's going to be a slurk. Let's just go with it's a slurk, which is a giant frog-like creature. But this looks like something gigantic, like bit it in half
Oh,
So
from the
I would say from the
outside.
back.
oh, wait,
Like I'm kind of in
Something-
the back of the room. I would go.
bigger than the slurk. Bit down.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh.
So yeah, one more time. A dead frog the size of a horse. So this is even bigger than a slurk. Let's go with that. Lies sprawled in the collapse, its back legs bitten off at the hips.
Oh.
So something the
We should-
size of a horse
Be weary.
was
I-
bitten in half.
I have a large enemy in this place.
Timo, you
I-
can handle that, right?
I want to.
Give me a couple good shots at it. I can take anything down.
I want to go and look at, I guess, the bite mark where it was torn in half, and
Okay. So let me have you roll either. So let's talk about Pathfinder. So one of the cool things that they do is recall knowledge. And you
Mhm.
guys should be using this all the time. You should
Yep.
say, I want to recall knowledge, right? I
Okay.
want to see if I know something about this. Like if I
Mhm.
describe something, you
Mm.
say, hey, I want to see if I know something about this. And the cool thing about this is they give you a lot of rolls for it. They say, hey, if somebody tries to recall knowledge, give them this roll or this roll. All right.
Kind
So
of
it's-
allows you to use like your past.
yes, it's past
Okay.
knowledge or knowledge you could have stumbled across or whatever.
Right.
So for this, Mika, you're going to be rolling either a. Sorry, I was just looking at it and then I lost it. Arcana or a nature check.
Okay. So I am trained in Arcana. So I will do that. It's 11. Is this now? I have a feat.
Okay.
Dubious knowledge. And I'm just gonna pop it up there for you, Jim. I think.
I think I can look at it on your.
Oh yeah, you
sheet.
can look at it on my sheet.
I think I can see it, but I don't see a feat that says
3
that.
feet, dubious knowledge.
Free feat, dubious knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
Prerequisite: trained in a skill with the recall knowledge action. You are a treasure trove of information, but not all of it comes from reputable sources.
Yeah, I thought you might have fun with this. That's why
When
I'm
you
like, hey, Jim.
Fail, but not critically fail, a recall knowledge check. What was your total?
It was 11. So I
11?
don't think I failed, but
You don't think you failed?
I don't know.
Okay. A recall knowledge check using
Okay.
any skill You learn a bit of true knowledge and a bit of erroneous knowledge, but you don't have any way to differentiate which is which. Oh
This
boy.
is one of those times. This is one of those times where it's actually like the DM would make you make a secret roll, or the DM would roll for you, so you don't actually
Right.
know how bad you rolled or how good you rolled.
Yeah.
So you don't know if the information you got. You don't even meta knowledge know whether
Dude.
you critically failing was even in the possibility.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? It could be a 20.
We're here now.
21.
Yeah,
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
I'm
know.
just saying.
check.
I'm just
I mean, I
saying.
rolled 8
I'm just
on
putting
the
that
die.
nugget into Jim's head. for the
Right.
future.
Yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate that. So
Yeah.
this,
Thanks
the
for the
one
note.
thing about most of this kind of stuff is it makes me think on my feet. So,
Think of what? I mean,
think on my feet.
oh,
So I'm gonna come
It
up-
sounded like you said to think I'm a fiend. Yeah, you are a fiend.
that's what
Am
I
I a
heard too. I was like,
fiend?
oh, jeez.
Okay. All right. So let's say that you are going to. Interesting. You are going to get 2 pieces of knowledge from this.
Mm-hmm. Right now.
You are going to believe there's a potential that a dragon bit this in half,
Okay. Technically.
and you are going to believe that the dragon is still inside of the keep.
Call's coming from inside the house.
Yes. Now, before we move forward, let me just pause really quick. Mark, do you need to check on that again or not?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
All right, because we're getting close to the midway point, and I didn't know if that was a time when we could. You guys want
He's
to
already
take a
gone.
break? Yeah, no, I just didn't know if he has to do it, then we can take a break.
He'll
Like
probably
if
be
it's
back.
nowhere close, we can keep on going. I'm fine with keeping on going. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm fine. Let's keep going. Keep going until you get to a good little, not cliffhanger, because we're not ending the session, but. Hope he's back.
Nope.
Okay, so when you all right, so you got that information, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So as you guys were, where are you, Mika?
Oh, she hasn't come in the room yet.
Oh
I
yeah, no,
haven't.
you need to come in the room.
He's lollygagging in the back
Yeah.
there.
Yeah. So when
Sorry.
you go over there and you start looking at this, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, look at all this!" Suddenly, 2 maggots burst out of the creature. All right, and let me move them onto the correct
Maggots,
layer.
like little flies.
I think the
No, we fought
Maggots
them
like the
before.
I
maggots
know.
like the maggots who were on
Yeah.
the last one.
Yeah.
All right, so they pop, they burst out. All right, no, Mika, I had you exactly where you were.
I'm
Right there.
sorry.
Oh yeah.
You were right there. Don't go moving yourself. Oh, I'm gonna hide back here with my friends. Oh no, you're not. Let's see here. There we go. You were right there. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and we're going to go into initiative because these maggots are out and they ain't happy.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I have these guys right. Okay, so let me get the initiative tracker up. I think I've already got the initiative tracker, correct?
I don't.
I don't
it.
see it.
No. There it
There you
is.
go.
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Just got a turn order.
Yep.
Yeah, and you need to highlight all of us and say add turn. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
clear, if the tracker's clear on your end, but it's clear on ours, because so it's you would
Yep.
want to probably clean it off.
Add turn. There you go.
There we go. All right,
Got
and
it?
now we can all adjust our numbers.
Okay, and I wonder if I can do initiative on my thing. I cannot. So let's do GM initiative. And these are 3. And I'm not using dice anymore for this. I'm going to use what I've got on here because it just makes it so much easier for me. And trust me, I don't like it.
Listen, use the tools you got. You're busy.
Exactly. I love dice.
clickety clackety math rocks.
This is a perception one, don't forget.
Yep.
My thing go. Yeah,
So
we're
mine
just taking
says so you get class DC, perception, and then initiative. Do I add my initiative to perception?
Your initiative should be your perception score in this case, unless
Well,
you've got feats and stuff that add to initiative
he
as
does.
opposed to your perception. Okay,
I do. Okay.
that's why you
Then mine-
probably want to use that
that's it.
initiative number
Yeah.
as opposed to
Plus
perception.
6. No, my initiative's +1. My perception's +5.
So
you
add
that's
them
add
together.
that
Six
to
On
total?
top of that,
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
add them
plus
together
6.
then.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So tell me when you guys are ready.
I'm set.
Good to go here.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yep. And we may keep a little bit of that in there because I think that Chris discussing what his character looks like helps people by figuring out what your role is for initiative. Okay. So the initiative order is going to go from Halbrick, who has a 17, all the way down to my maggot, which had a +3
And you rolled a natural one.
with a 4.
Nice.
So
Aw.
yes, I'm a little disappointed already. I'm
we
not
have
not gonna
two
lie.
9s for initiative, so
Uh,
we have to.
You
So-
change yours to a 9-1. You'll go before me because you should.
Why?
And in case of ties, we decide among ourselves which one wants to go first.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you guys don't have to do it based on your dexterity. You can base it
Right.
on, hey,
Okay.
this one's a fighter and this one's a healer or whatever, whatever you want to do it.
Okay.
All right. And let me and I know I've asked this question before. That decision can be made every round.
I don't think so. I think it's probably something we just want to set.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, so we are going to try and do fast combat.
Okay.
Good luck.
Okay. So everyone's going to be
That's
ready.
a good one.
Everyone's going to be ready. Everyone's going to do their thing. Everyone's going to pop it up. Remember, we have 3 actions you're doing. Halbrick. Action number 1.
I'm gonna move.
Move.
So 1, 2, 3, 4. 20 feet.
Okay, so Halbrick, you don't say, okay, try and describe it.
Okay.
You're moving up on the 2
Moving up
maggots.
next to Mika. So
Right next to Mika.
I'm taking on one of the maggots. So she's
Gotcha. So that was action number 1.
action number 1. Second action is attack with my hammer.
Okay.
So this is a 13 hit.
I am trying to make sure that I know, because they do it differently on here than what I'm used to doing. So, yes, a 13 does hit.
Oh, okay. And I get to, because it's my god's weapon. There,
Mhm.
I get a special. It allows me to go up a die. So instead of a D6, it's a D8.
Okay.
For
And what is that?
damage.
What is that called?
I just don't remember. Hold on. I wrote it down somewhere. In my details.
Is that a feat or is that a?
No, it's under the deity. Society favored weapon, light hammer.
Oh, select deity's favorite weapon.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But there's a
All right, and-
special thing that he gives you that gives you the to go up a feat. But I'll have to find it for you. I just
Gotcha.
don't have it off the top of my
No,
head.
no problem. As long as
I just
you
wanted
say
to,
it is, that's
if
fine.
someone was wondering why you rolled a D8 instead of a D6, that's why. But,
Let me ask you a question. Did you do this last time?
Huh? I don't think I hit
Did-
with my hammer before. They were always
Gotcha.
ranged.
Gotcha.
I was
okay.
throwing darts back at them because I didn't have any ranged weapon.
That's true.
And then I figured out, oh, I have cantrips. So, I'm learning. But anyways, so I rolled a 7. Plus 2 is 9.
9 points of damage?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, you have already bloodied that maggot. Now, hold on a second.
I get a third action, right?
But first,
But first.
there is a reaction.
Oh.
Okay? So, the giant maggot, as a reaction, the trigger is it takes damage.
Oh
Uh-oh.
my gosh.
Okay? The giant maggot regurgitates its rancid, foul meal. All creatures in a 5-foot emanation, which is you and Mika, must succeed
What?
on a fort save
I didn't do
or
anything.
become sickened. So both of you are going to roll a fortitude save.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Just standing there and this just pukes on you.
That's bad form.
Can I just be sickened from this far away? God, that's
I
gross.
rolled-
Exactly.
I rolled a 10.
10 total?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are going to be sickened 1,
17.
and you creatures in 5 foot must succeed fortitude save or become sickened 1 or sickened 2 on a critical failure. So Mika, you are not sickened.
Okay.
All right. So as far as Halbrick goes, Halbrick, you feel ill.
You've been
Sickened
flying.
always includes a value, so that's a 1. You take
Uh-huh.
a status penalty equal to this value on all your checks and DCs. You can't willingly ingest anything, including elixirs and potions, while sickened. You can spend a single action retching in an attempt to recover, which lets you immediately attempt a fortitude save against the DC of the effect you made originally. On a success, you reduce your sickened value by 1. So you would go from sickened 1 to not sickened. So right now you're going to be a -1 on
Everything,
on
including your
everything
AC.
basically.
Including AC.
Oh my
Checks
god.
and DCs, yes.
Okay. So I still
So-
have one action, right?
Correct. You have
So-
1 action.
So I can try retching.
You can
You're
yes, you
back
can
on
try
top of
retching.
him, dude.
That's a free
You can
action.
try
isn't it?
retching. No, it is not a free action.
All right.
Retching is not a free action.
I rolled a 1.
Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm sorry. Timu retching in the background is a free action.
Oh, okay.
That's a
you
that's a
just
flavor
can't-
retch.
Yeah,
That's a
I
free
failed
retch.
miserably the second time.
Okay, so you are still sickened.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay. All right. I like.
Was that fast
I'm
enough?
going to take. Let me tell you something beautiful. I do like this about Pathfinder, that there's a lot of unique things about the creatures. Like something like that is not a D&D thing. Like I like that there's something really cool and unique and different, and it could bring a lot of different things into it. Okay, so that was the end of Halbrick. Timu.
Timu is standing in a spot where he can just blast away.
Okay,
And
so you
as
are
you remember,
south of
I already
them.
had my weapon out.
Yep.
Yeah,
Now
so
you
I'm
don't
gonna
you
shoot
don't
the
really
one.
need to have your weapon out, if I recall, because I think that
can
you do
draw.
that free. Don't you do that free thing where
Yes.
you draw and move?
I can technically move. I'm gonna forgo moving this turn because I
Gotcha.
feel like I'm in a good spot here.
Yeah, so you're
And,
about
I'm going
15
to
feet
blast
south of them.
one.
Yep. So you're gonna
Yep.
blast the one that's closest to you,
Show you.
because if you shoot at
Yes.
the other one, you're gonna have a negative
15.
against it. What?
Yeah, no, I'm 15 feet away. I get clear line of sight,
Yep.
and no one's in front of me. So
Yep.
I will blast away,
Mhm.
and I actually get a good, let's see, 5, and then what's the plus on that? I believe it's 9 for me. Yeah, 5 and 9. So 14 for the first one.
14 is a hit.
14 hits, so d6. That's a 2 plus 1 for my circumstance. So that's a 3 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm not going to move, so I'm going to use another one of my feats called Raconteur's Reload,
Okay.
which means your rapid or forceful words draw the enemy's attention away from your hands long enough to chamber another bullet. Interact to reload, and then attempt you can do a Deception or an Intimidation check to demoralize. So I'm going to use Intimidation.
Okay. So let me
Work
just
down.
since we can step this out. You didn't have to
Mhm.
do anything to draw your weapon or chamber a
Correct.
bullet. So your first action was the shot. Your second
Correct.
action is this, correct?
Yes, it's one of my
Racket towards
feats,
reload.
so I can
So you reload and do this at the same time.
reload,
Yep. Okay.
and I can try and demoralize in the same turn.
Yep.
So, and I believe Do I have to roll intimidation, right? Is it a straight
Yeah,
up me versus you?
intimidation. Demoralize though, unless these maggots speak the same language as you, you're gonna take a -4 to that check.
Yeah, that's fine.
And what was the check for demoralize?
Intimidation,
Intimidation.
and
So I rolled a
it's their will
16.
DC, I believe.
So I rolled a 16 and I have +6, but that -4 penalty is gonna make it an 18 total. My
Oh,
intimidation.
I'm sure that's gonna. There's no way they've got an 18 will. They do not have an 18 will. Okay. Yes. So you have demoralized them.
Is it a success or a critical success?
It's a success.
So they become frightened one, whichever one.
Okay. That was the first one. And the frightened
Yep.
one gives them
It's the same, pretty much the same thing. -1 to everything, -1 to everything.
-1 to everything. Okay. Okay. And now for your
I'm
third
sorry,
action?
yep. I'm just gonna take another shot at that one in front of Mika.
Yep. Well, no, the one in front of Mika is that one has. Okay, I was assuming you were doing it on the first one because that's what you said. You have a clear line of sight to this one, not to the one behind it. You
Right.
shot at the first one.
Correct.
Oh, in front of Mika. I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. You're right. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I
No,
was confused. Like, what is he talking
no,
about?
I'm looking at it wrong. My bad.
All right. That was a 6, so I'm not gonna. What's that? +4 this time is 10. Does a 10 hit by chance?
10 does not hit.
Okay. So that'll be the end of my turn.
Mm-hmm.
That's another bullet gone. I am tracking those.
Yep. Okay.
And whoever's up next.
All right. So you have no bullets in the chamber right now.
Nope, I gotta reload my first turn next time.
Gotcha. Okay.
Did any of the maggots vomit after taking damage?
Shut up.
Oh, this was a new one that took damage. What do you mean?
Sorry.
Shut up. Listen to you. Oh yeah, they're puking all over you. They're puking.
Yeah.
That one's puking all over you. It took damage. It's puking on you.
That's why I said
Yeah,
so.
Oddly enough, it rolled a 40. So
Yeah, Mika. Roll it. Mika and
Alright.
Natural 20. Natural
Okay.
20.
Yeah, let's see if Halbert goes to a sick and 2.
13.
You're going to a sick and 2.
Oh my god. It's gonna be.
did he double retch?
Retching is one action. So
I
you
thought-
could, yes, I mean, in answer to your question, yes, you could take 2 actions to retch.
Yeah,
Oh.
each wretch
I've been there.
-1 to the condition.
Yeah.
I thought dwarves are supposed to be hardy. This is the least hardy dwarf I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm the least lucky.
My tummy.
My rolls suck.
Tummy hurt.
My tummy feels a little squiggly inside. Okay. Dag.
All right, my first action, I will move. My second action, I will.
Okay, so you
attack
moved
with-
up to the one that's on Mika.
Yes, right.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yep.
And then I will attack using my rapier.
Okay.
That is an 11 to hit.
That does not hit.
And then I will raise my dueling cape to end my turn.
Okay. And just remind me what that is again, real quick.
It's a +1 to AC and a +1 to deception checks to feint while raised.
That goes until the beginning of your next turn, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. All righty. Look at how fast you guys are going. This is amazing.
Lightning fist.
Mika.
Okay, so what is on the other side of the maggot? For me,
So,
is that
all right. So the maggots basically burst out of that giant toad.
okay?
All right. On the other side of it, there is
Yes.
a destroyed wall. So the wall has like crumbled down, and then you can see outside and into like the swampy. I mean, there's like a lake-ish thing out there
Okay.
of the swamp, but you can see out there. It's 15, 20 feet out past the opening in the wall.
So could I put a duplicate of me on the other side of the maggot?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
That was my question. So, first action, exploiting vulnerability of the maggot.
Okay.
And I rolled a 3, so I don't think
No. What was somebody remind me of what exploiting vulnerability was
Well,
against?
that is against their.
It's
Is it their standard DC? Something like
Yeah.
that?
I
standard
think.
DC for their level. And the standard DC for their level was. Well, I should remember
Oh, it's an
this.
esoteric lore check against their
No,
standard DC for,
yeah, but
yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what a standard DC for their level. I think it's 10 plus the one.
Okay.
I
Is a
And
think
that,
I
standard DC.
sent you, Jim. I think I sent you a link to the table.
Yeah, I think it was just a. I think it was just a 10 plus the one, if
okay.
I'm not mistaken. Can you see if you can see that?
Are you asking me?
Yes, if you sent it.
Yeah, it's in the Discord, our private chat.
Right.
Just direct message. Oh, do you want me to pull it up real
Yeah.
quickly?
Can you
Okay.
just see what it says? I think it's just the 10 plus one. Since it's a. Oh wait, sorry.
Um,
It's not a level 1 creature.
Esoteric- oh,
So
It's a level 0 creature. Oh wait. Yeah, it's a level 0 creature.
So I was wrong about how that works.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll read this section to you.
Okay.
When you're determining a skill DC based on something that has a level, use this table to set the DC, find the level of the subject, and assign the corresponding DC. Since spells use a 1 to 10 scale, use the spell level column for them. Use these DCs when a PC needs to identify a spell or recall knowledge about a creature, attempts to earn income, and so on. You can also use the level-based DCs for obstacles instead of assigning a simple DC.
Right, but the simple
So
DC is what we're looking for. The standard DC.
yeah, so the level system's a little weird. It's not set in stone. It looks like it's weird. So level 0 would actually be a 15 DC, which I think we've done badly in the past. I don't think we've gotten that right in the past.
Oh. Right. You are correct. DC's by level.
And then a level 1, if something's level 1, then its DC's 18. And then it goes up from there.
Well, I wonder why the DC on that standard ends at 9.
Where? What?
See, like the level on the left-hand side? It only goes up to level 9 creatures. Oh, wait a minute. I'm
Right.
sorry. The standard DC's on the left. The spell level one's on the right.
Yeah, the spell's on the
Yes.
right. That's
yes.
why I was
So
confused.
it's a 14. 0 is a 14.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. My bad. Yep.
Yeah, it's a little confusing. I was confused by that. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Okay. So it's a 14 DC. So you rolled a what, Mika?
Well, with my addition, it would be a 10.
Yes, that is a failure.
So, okay. I figured that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was my first action. My second action is to move. It was to mirror image myself on the other side of the maggot so now I'm flanking it.
Mm-hmm. That's your second action, correct?
Correct. And my third action is to attack it and with my rapier.
Okay, and it's going to have its armor class will be 2 lower because it's flat-footed.
Okay.
And you are attacking. I just want to make sure you can attack either one, the one that is directly in front of you, or the one that is directly in front of Hallbrick. The one in front of you is hurt. The one in front of Hallbrick is hurt more.
Okay. Well, I'm going to attack the one directly in front of me because
Gotcha.
I put my mirror image on the
Oh yeah,
other
yeah. That's
side
when
of
you
it,
mirror
so
image.
now
Gotcha.
I'm flanking it.
Yep.
So 18 to hit,
18 hits.
and that would be 10 points of damage.
Holy cow. It is definitely bloodied. It does not regurgitate.
Thank God.
It can only do it once per hour.
Oh, okay. And so those are my 3 actions.
Okay.
I would assume it's only once per hour. It doesn't have
I would
a-
also assume they don't have multiple reactions.
Yeah.
That's true.
It hasn't come to their turn yet.
True. Okay. Aldor.
Okay. So I'm standing about 15 feet, 15, 20 feet away from the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
And I will just fire off an electric arc that can hit both
Yeah,
creatures.
you have a clear shot on the one that is.
Well, it's a magical attack. It's not like a line of sight type attack. I mean, it is. They need to be in sight, but it's an arc of electric. I can go over people's heads if I need to.
Okay.
You know. All right. So I will target both creatures, and they need to do a basic reflex save.
Okay. Let's get their reflex here.
DC will be 17.
Okay. The first one, the one on the bottom, the one that's closest to Mika and all,
Yep.
is going to roll a 16
Okay.
reflex.
So that.
Okay.
is-
Let me just get both of them here real quick.
Yep.
The second one rolls a 5. So they both. Well, one of them failed and one of them critically failed.
fails. All right. So the
Right.
fail takes full
Mhm.
damage, which is 1d4 plus 4. 4, so 8 points of damage on the failure.
Okay, so the one directly in front of Mika that she had just smacked, you just burnt its eyes out.
Okay.
It just and you just see like, I mean, it is kind of. It may not be regurgitating, but things are coming out of its mouth right now. It's kind of gross.
All right. The second one, I will roll no damage again.
This one's critical.
This is the critical, except I rolled a 1 on the dice, so it's actually 5 doubled 10.
10. You also burn its eyes out. This arc of lightning comes through and just, and both of them just are a heap. There's crap coming out of their mouth. There's smoke coming off of their heads, and you have defeated them. And I will
Mika?
say, in a quick, efficient manner.
They didn't even get a turn.
They didn't because
No.
I rolled like crap.
So
I lean over to Mika and say, I really think he might be a god.
No.
I'm just smiling to myself.
Don't
I did
say that too loudly. I don't want him to hear it.
Okay.
So Halbrick is
Um,
retching now.
Yeah.
Can I just say
how-
I
I'm
retched
not-
enough?
Yes.
I'm not
Yes, so-
very good with the healing. Sorry.
Yeah, so yeah, you can just retch. Well, you know what? How does that work when you go
Well,
into?
This is part where we're now out of initiative. Where
Yes, you're out of initiative.
if you're making a check every 6 seconds, you can take a minute.
Right.
And just
I would
assume
say,
he's
yeah,
going
if
to
you take a
make
couple
roll.
minutes, you're going to be able to puke. I mean, you guys are going to watch him in the corner going.
All good
It's
there?
pretty gross.
Sure.
It's
Sure
pretty
didn't
gross.
smell good either.
No, it doesn't. It does not.
Neither do these
I
maggots.
didn't remember. I
And
didn't
there-
remember
Yeah, you
eating
guys
that.
didn't
Are there any not to be gross, but are there any like anything the maggots left behind? Heads up, Mika is going to take a token from every kill. So is there anything that she can find?
What do you mean by a token?
A trophy.
A trophy from every kill.
She's
Oh,
at least gonna
every-
try.
Yeah.
Let's look at the description of the maggot.
But you can't have
Okay.
the eyes because I burned those out.
Yeah.
Right.
But-
Large one. When they hatch, these eggs release squirming maggots the size of. Oh, by the way, you want to really be grossed out? These eggs release squirming maggots the size of human children. Ravenous young who voraciously consume any flesh in the immediate vicinity, typically starting with the body on which they were born.
Maybe not this one.
So, no, I think that you're going to find something gross. What do you want?
I'm looking at the carcass and I'm like,
Might be able to
I
make a
don't-
nice belt of it.
I don't think I want to study this one.
Oh, I don't know. Its mouth is kind of like there's a smell there, but it's like laying there. It's like it would be prime. Like,
Let's get a tooth or something.
yeah.
I mean,
How about it?
is
Oh, you know what? The teeth. There's not really teeth. That's tongue.
Oh,
No,
I'll,
you don't want the
I
squishy
will,
stuff.
I will take the tongue.
Okay.
I
So
will.
you are going to cut out the maggot's
I'm writing
tongue.
it down. Maggot tongue.
Okay, so that's called a mudlicker maggot. But yes,
Mud liquor maggot.
yes, you cut
Okay.
out the maggot's tongue.
She just took the mud liquor part.
Yes, exactly.
I got to figure out how
You
to
can just
preserve
you can
it.
just write you have a mud liquor because that is a tongue. It's
Yeah.
I got to
True.
figure out how to
Ba-dum-boom-sh.
preserve it. But yep.
All right, so Mark, do you need to check on your thing again?
why don't we
or
take
not?
our break now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Okay.
haven't really taken a break, so you
Yeah.
want to take it now?
Yeah, we can take it.
All right, so
Yep.
let's take a break until 8 o'clock.
Sounds
sure.
good.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
be
do
back.
you want me to
Yep.
transition to break?
Yes, please.
Yeah,
We'll be
just
back
say
soon,
we're on a break
folks.
and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
We'll be back.
8 o'clock.
All right.
All right. go up one die.
Right.
It has its own section if you search it on the archives.
Yep. You can just look up Deadly Simplicity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an actual feat, so it has its section.
I'm trying to go back less on archives if I can.
Yeah.
It
That's
makes
fair,
it easier.
yeah.
It makes it easier if I can click on your character sheet and click on it and then see it. That makes it easier
It
for me.
was
'Cause on
hard
the
to find.
archives, I've got, because I've got like the monsters up on the archive, and once
Yeah.
I get into so many,
So basically, I got the D8 instead of a D6 because of my War Priest ability. If it's a simple weapon, you can use, you get Deadly Simplicity feat for it. So it increases one level of dice.
cool. Okay,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys just defeated these guys. Halbrick has puked in the corner. I will say that part of his lungs probably came out on this one because he was, got all that nasty stuff off of him. So he is back good to go. What would you guys like to do?
Are those doors?
Yes. So there is a. Let me make sure I'm looking at something here. Yes. So the northeast corner of the room was like a collapsed. Like it looked like there was stairs. It was going up to like a second floor, but there is no second floor anymore. So that's what that was. But to the north of you, there is a door, and to the southwest, there is a door also.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this also opens out into the.
Yeah, it looks like it spills out.
Yes, and it opens up to the outside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just taking a quick peek out through there, we don't see anything moving or anything, do we? I don't.
That sounds to me like a perception roll.
Okay. That's a 15 total.
Nothing, creature wise. You can see, there's flies and stuff like that out there, but nothing that you can see that's
Well,
seems
let's
aggressive
clear.
towards you.
But I think we thought this room was clear too until these things busted out. So maybe we just stay in here and not go outside for now.
But I should warn you. Before these things attacked us, when I was studying the wound, I believe it was the frog was eaten by a dragon.
Wow.
What?
Yes.
Do you know how many followers a Dragon Slayer would get?
A dragon? You expect me to believe a dragon ate half of this and just left the maggots
I
inside
mean,
it?
maybe he was full already. He can, maybe he didn't eat the whole thing. He's saving it for later.
And and I believe he's still here
Can you hear
in
him?
this keep. Somewhere in the keep. So when we go, we must proceed with caution.
I don't know how we're gonna get more cautious. We're very cautious.
Well,
Well, with
speaking of-
caution,
I don't know. You haven't put your shield up yet there, Halvik.
I put my shield up.
Actually, Jim, while we're in downtime like this,
Mhm.
and everyone's looking around and doing things, can I reload?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
I just
what's
wanted to
gonna,
make sure before I
well-
just assumed I did,
right? So what's going to happen? Remember, you get that at the beginning of every new initiative,
Mm-hmm.
where you can pull out your gun and it's got the round in it and all. So at the
That's
beginning
true.
of every
Right, okay.
initiative, that's kind of your
Yeah.
go-to
right.
thing, and that was free. That's not an action, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So you just start off by
triggered by initiative.
yeah. So instead of being the fighter that's walking around with their sword out and not having to draw it, you can literally just have your gun put away.
Yeah,
just-
like quick draw.
You're a
It's
gunslinger.
it's out. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Which is kind of visually cool to me. Like
Yeah.
I like the fact of you not walking around with it out. I like the fact of you just walking around like, yeah, I'm badass.
I'm sure
Well,
he's
that's-
so
And then it's
he's
in
so
your hand.
cool walking around with these empty
When I
hands.
when I designed him, I was thinking like Desperado kind of
There you
like.
go.
That's why
Hey.
he has just the one little cape thing kind of
Mhm.
slung off his side.
All right,
There
I'm
you
thinking
go.
I'm thinking we look at this door to the south here.
Yes, I don't like the idea of continuing with an untouched room behind us.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
All right. So, yeah, move yourself to wherever you're at, because I've got to go into the other thing and change this door. I haven't done it the right way, so I'm just gonna have to do it on the
I guess
dynamic lighting layer.
like during the weeks off between sessions, like go through the entire map and just replace all the doors. That makes it so much easier in the future.
Right. In fact, I think I may even be able to do it here. Let me see. Um. Huh. I wonder if that did it. Did it do it? Nope, didn't do it. Okay, that's cool. All right, so you guys are where you're going to be, right? And what we have now is we have, it looks like Deg is the door opener.
Yep, he's the
I
doorman.
that
am
what
the
I'm looking
master
at?
of the doors.
You're the master of the door. Okay, so Deg, you are going
He-
to.
He's short enough I can shoot over him if I need to.
Why this won't change it into a door, which is really weird. Okay, yeah. So I'm just going to delete this and move it out of the way. So I am going to.
Yeah, that's the old way. Roll-20, you'd have to do it.
I know. I'm going to move it out of the way. All right. So boom. Now you guys can see into the room, correct?
Yeah, and I see the
Yep.
thing there.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let me just describe the room. I know you can see a creature in there. Give me a chance to. I have to move my map around. All right. So the interior of this watch post still has a wooden ceiling high above, but a thick mound of filth and animal carcasses are heaped on the floor to make the room anything but inviting. And when I say animal carcasses, there are also mitflit carcasses. This is where the creatures were drugged to. And you see it's a 15-foot ceiling, and you see buzzing around is a giant fly. And we're going to go right back into initiative.
Awesome.
So let me clear your initiative order real quick.
No.
here.
We just leave
Oh,
us
you
in
can
there.
just
We'll
change
we'll
it.
change the numbers. You just want
I
to
have
your
to take
old
mine.
characters.
I have to take mine out and then add mine to it. Okay. So let me get. I like that they gave him a name. Guess what this fly's name is?
Mm.
Buzzy Buzz.
Brad.
This
Buzzy
guy was going to
Buzz.
say Steve or something like
Marty.
Buzzy Buzz.
Brad.
He's Buzzy Buzz.
Marty McFly.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey.
Well, I know I'm not going to be
Big
rolling a
fly.
3.
That's
I know I'm not going
good.
to be rolling a
Wow.
3 with this guy. I know that because his initiative
Just call
is
him a chicken. We'll be fine.
crazy good.
You did chicken.
16. Yeah, it's okay. All right, so tell me when you guys have yours all correct.
Mine's good.
I'm good.
Good to go.
Good? Everybody?
I'm good.
All righty, let's go descending order here. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so we're going to have
Whoa, Dag.
from Deg, who's a 25 initiative,
Wow.
all the way down to Haldrick, which is a 3. And Buzzy Buzz is going to be second to act here. So, Deg, you throw open the door. What would you like to do?
Is he okay, I have a myriad of questions here.
So many questions. So little time.
First question is Buzzy Buzz flying in the air or is he at the same level as us?
He is
Like, if I already
flying in
get
the
him-
air.
So if I can't get next to him to hit him?
Correct.
Good to know. All right. Shoot. I'm sorry. I know that I just significantly slowed down my turn.
It's okay.
Okay.
You can also
How
delay.
high?
You can delay.
Yeah.
it
How
till
high
after
up
him.
is he?
It's a 15-foot ceiling. I'd say 10 feet up.
All right. So what I'm gonna do? Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna delay my turn. Yeah, can I delay to go after?
You don't have to
creature?
stay, but you can just
I don't
say
have to
any-
say. That's right. I'm just gonna delay. Yep.
But
All
now,
on initiative.
Yeah,
yeah,
at any point after a turn, he can say, "I'm going to step in here." After
Gotcha.
but
anyone's
won't
turn.
that permanently delay
Correct. That will
Yeah.
permanently
Yes.
change his initiative.
it? Okay.
Yes. Well, Buzzy Buzz is going to say, yes. Buzzy Buzz is going to go right down at the door, and he's going to attack Deg. So, his mandibles. Let me just make sure I'm good on him as far as what he does. Mandibles. Gotcha. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. So first of all, he moved. That was his first thing. I got to remember that. His first action was moving.
And he's now
His-
at ground level with him.
Yes, now he's at level with you. All right. His next action is to attack you with his mandibles. So his mandible attack is a 14.
Miss.
All right. He is going to then. He is going to. What is he going to do? He's going to attack you again with his mandibles. That is a 16.
Miss.
All right, that's his turn. Buzzy
I'm gonna
Buzz
take
is-
my turn now.
Okay, so let's move you to a. I'm just going to change your number to like a 14 or whatever.
Yep, that works.
All right, and then I'll resort this. Descending, and then I'll go to you. Okay, so, Deg.
Now I can, for the first time, I can finally do what I built my character to do. First action, I'm going to raise my dueling cape.
Dun, da, 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 dueling capes up. That gives you a +2 to armor class.
Gives me a +1 to AC
+1.
and a +1 to deception checks to feint.
Okay.
My second action, I'm going to feint, which is a deception check. I can't remember what it's against off the top of my head.
Well, let's look at this. Let's go back on the path builder.
Against their perception DC.
Yeah. Yep. Perception
Against their
DC.
perception DC. Okay, he's got high perception. Wait, no, sorry, that's you that has a high perception. Sorry, my bad. Oh, yeah, he has a high perception too. Let me go back onto him and perception. Yes, okay, so against his perception DC,
I rolled a 12.
12 total.
Yep.
It failed.
Not critically failed though. Just
Did not critically fail, but it
Just
failed.
normal failed.
Just
Okay.
normal failed.
And then I'm going to attack.
Okay.
It's a natural 1 for a total of an 8.
Failed again.
Man, you're doing a lot of failing. Yeah, that's failure. Okay. That is the end of your turn, correct?
Yep.
Timu. These guys are in the door fighting. There is somebody between you and it. Which means it has cover.
Doesn't.
And if I remember correctly, this gives him +2 to his AC, correct?
yeah, regular cover is +2.
Yeah.
It's lesser cover is what we call it.
Yeah.
No, I'm still gonna. I'm gonna shoot anyways. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna before I shoot him. Dig, duck.
It's my natural stance, sir.
Hopefully you don't critically miss.
No. 5
Bullet to the
and
back
9.
of the head.
Actually, he's a kobold, not a duck. Trust me,
And shield of
And
I,
shields her
14.
monsters.
I
She's-
study monsters.
She's got it written
I-
down.
Kobold, not duck.
Okay, so what was your
Not
so
that.
so you had pulled your weapon, which is your
Yes,
first
excuse me. I
free
should have
action.
explained that. I'm sorry. Yep.
Yep, your
I
free
used
action.
10 paces to pull it,
Yep, you shot
get
him.
ready, and I shot a 14 total.
14 total is a miss total.
And
So that was
then
your first
I
action.
yell an expletive.
Okay, that's a free action.
Yes. Again, we're going Rakentor's reload. It's just such a good
It's
feat
don't know why you would never use it.
every
Or
time. Yeah.
every
So we're
time.
gonna intimidation check here is
Okay, and that is against his. So he is a first
so
level
it's a dirty
creature,
20 total.
which is a
So I'm
15
assuming he doesn't speak Goblin or Common.
15 DC. So that's going to be a -4 because he does not speak it, which is a 16. So that is a success.
He's
No,
frightened
actually,
one.
that was all
I mean, he
calculated in. I got
failed.
a 20.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
failed.
the standard DC for him would be a 15.
Mhm.
But
Well,
you ended up with a
it's his-
16,
It's
correct?
his will DC, not his standard DC on
Oh,
demoralized.
it's a will DC. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Then it's going to be worse probably. His will DC. Oh, his will DC is a 16.
Yeah, so I
So
rolled an
you
18 on the die. Plus 2 is 20. Because it's
-4.
supposed to be plus 6. No, it's supposed to be plus 6.
Gotcha.
So take my
Oh.
4 off plus 2. So I got a 20. All
Yes.
numbers calculated in.
Yes. All right. So he
So
failed.
now he is intimidated or demoralized. Excuse me.
Frightened one is a success. That's the
Frightened one?
Frightened
condition.
one.
Yep.
So he takes
Yep.
it's 1 off of everything.
Oh, yeah, one off of actions, DCs and checks.
DC attacks. Gotcha. Okay.
And then
All right. So
I'm
now
going to shoot
your
him
third
again.
action. Mm-hmm.
Yep, another shot. That is a 10 plus 4, 14 again.
That misses.
Did it? Oh, I was hoping the demoralize helped me, but no diggity.
It did help you, but he's got a pretty
Yeah,
high
more than that. Okay.
AC. He's got a +2 for his AC because of his
Cover. That's right.
cover, and then a -1 of that. So it's basically a +1, but he's already has a high DC.
Okay.
So all right, yes. So you missed twice.
That was
Um,
yep. That was my turn,
All
and I'm
right.
left. I'm left
All
with nothing but my empty gun in my hand.
Aldor.
Okay. My side pocket is open, and in that side pocket is it's a pocket full of cantrips. I will use my telekinetic projectile to mentally pick up a cantrip, a caltrop. Did I say cantrip or caltrop?
Yeah,
Is
you said
It's
cantrip.
You said both.
cantrip.
It's a pocket full of caltrops,
Okay.
and I will use my cantrip to telekinetically pick one out and whiz it over Deg's head into the fly using my telekinetic projectile cantrip.
Okay, he's still gonna get the +2, correct?
I guess you got to give it to him, right?
Right? Because you're throwing something at him. Whether you're throwing it magically or not, you're still throwing something at him.
I know. In my head, it's going, but
I know, but your head doesn't really.
my head isn't the rules.
I feel like it now. If we find out that it's wrong, that's fine. But for right now,
we can imagine rules going all different ways, but
right, exactly.
all right. So
I think that if it's an attack roll, if this is an attack roll, then it's going to have to be cover.
Yeah,
If it's not an attack roll, then it's not.
17 to hit plus 7. 17 plus 7 is a 24 to hit.
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
Not a critical though.
Not a critical hit, no.
All right, so it's a d6 plus 4 for damage. 5 plus 4, 9 points of damage. It's a caltrop, so it will do piercing.
It was 9?
Yep. 1d6 plus 4, and I rolled a
Holy
5.
crap! Yeah, I mean, it didn't like that. I'll tell you that right now.
And then that was 2 actions, and I'll use
Mhm.
1 action to step back,
Okay.
get out of the way.
All right. Yep. Okay, so you backed away from the door. Okay, Mika, you have Deg between you and Buzzy Buzz.
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to exploit vulnerability. And that is an 11
does not.
I didn't think it would. Now I'm going to use my mirror to go appear on the 15 feet, which would put me on the other side of Buzzy Buzz.
So you're okay. Just remind me, you're using your mirror basically to teleport at this point
Correct.
because you have
Yes.
several different uses for your mirror.
Yes.
Okay, yes. So you teleport, which is
Cool.
freaking crazy for a first level character.
Yeah, dude, that's really cool.
So
You
I'm using
teleport for a first level character. Okay, so that was your second action.
And now my third action, I'm going to attack Buzzy Buzz.
Alrighty.
And that is 23 to hit.
23 hits Buzzy Buzz.
Shit.
Nice down.
Dice down.
9 points damage.
I will tell you that Buzzy Buzz is definitely bloodied. He hurting.
Okay.
And that was your third action, correct?
That was my third. That's my turn. Yep.
Alrighty. Halbrick.
All right. I'm going to move so I can see the bug. Right there. Is that good enough?
Yeah, you can see him from there. Yeah, so you move basically behind Deg so you can see him.
Right. And I'm going to. Can I? Does it take an action to release your weapon, so I can do
Dropping is free.
dropping is free?
Dropping to the ground is free.
Yeah.
Holstering
Stowing
or
it.
stowing
I'm not
is
stowing it.
an
I'm just
action.
gonna drop it because it takes 2 actions to do my cantrip. So,
Gotcha. Yep.
and then I'm gonna cast Daze,
Okay.
and I'll
And what
put
is the
this,
saving throw for that?
will save?
Okay. So let me get to Buzzy Buzz here. and
Basic
I
will save.
Right. I just click on his will save on this.
Yep.
So he rolled a 21.
Wow.
Okay.
What's the DC on it? Because that's not a critical, is it?
Yeah. What's the DC on your?
What do you mean? What's the DC?
What is you have
What
to have a
is your-
DC
what's your-
that he's
what's
trying
your-
to beat. I'm sure that the 21 beats it, but I
DC
don't know what your
17?
DC 17. Yeah, so it's just he just beat it.
So it's
Okay.
just a success, which means it's half damage. This is a basic save.
Oh, so I still do some damage?
Yeah, and I believe with days it's a static number. It's
Yeah,
just your
it's
spellcasting
4
ability.
points normally, so it'd be 2 points.
2 points of mental damage.
It's a psychic jolt.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
That's all I got.
How much damage? I'm sorry.
2.
2 points.
2 points of damage is exactly. So what kind of damage was this? You said it was a psychic damage?
Yeah, I blew his mind.
You blew Buzzy Buzz's mind.
Who's feeling the buzz now?
However,
What's the buzz on it?
Uh-oh.
when you do this, it was supposed to happen on the second turn anyways. You see a trap door to the top. Well, actually, only Mika sees a trap door open up, and another giant fly comes in and targets Mika.
Of course.
All right, so it comes flying in, comes down, and it targets Mika. So,
There's another
that was-
one.
what's that?
I'm telling them. There's another one.
Okay, so its movement was its first thing. All right, its mandibles is its second attack or its second action. I keep on saying that. Second action is mandibles. It rolled an 18. I'm asking you. I rolled an 18.
18. I'm sorry.
Mika, I'm attacking you, Mika.
I believe that hits and it meets. So yes.
Yep, so it hits. All right, so you are taking 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. 8
Right.
points.
And then it's going to take another mandible attack because why not at this point? 13, which is a miss. And boy, this really speeds me up having the little chart here where I can just clickety clack on it. Okay, Dag. Dead fly in front of you. You hear Mika go, there's another one.
And then
I will. Well, this one seems more proficient with its mandibles.
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry. Hold on a second.
Is it on the map? I was going to say.
I may have
It's
to
on the
bet-
map. I can see it.
I put it on the map, but I think I did something.
I was looking at the wrong box. 16 is my AC.
16 is your AC.
18 was. No.
Okay, I've got to get
15
used to this because sometimes I
18
have
is
to
my
roll
AC.
stuff for you guys.
18 is my AC. 16 was my hit points.
So let me I have to roll something really quick.
Mhm.
Where is your basic saves? There we go. All right. Okay. Okay. So go ahead.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. My first action, I'm going to move up to here.
All right. So you're moving into the small room,
Yep.
past Mika, going on the other side, basically of the giant fly that's attacking her.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then my second action, I'm going to attempt to feint.
Okay.
The total of a 20, I believe.
And that's against a
Yeah.
basic DC, right?
Perception. DC.
Perception DC.
Yeah, that definitely it definitely works.
Okay, that means two things just happened then.
Mhm.
One, it's flat-footed to my next attack,
Okay, so -2 to its AC.
and two, I get panache.
Oh God, Cole with panache. And I did say your name. You're right. I don't mean Dag with panache. I mean Cole with panache. So go ahead. Describe what panache is.
So panache for a swashbuckler is basically he does something cool, and he can therefore turn that coolness into a cool attack or use it in some other ways if a feat allows it. So most often it's used for a finisher, which is a special kind of attack that uses panache, and if you hit, you can add on a whole bunch of precision damage.
So is that what you're doing? You're trying to finish your move?
Yes.
Okay, so tell me what you're doing. Describe what you're doing. You said something cool. Tell me what cool thing you're doing.
Yeah, so the
Wait.
actual attack. So as you level up, there's a whole bunch of different kinds of finishers. So the one that I'm using right now is just the base level one. It's called Confident Finisher.
Mhm.
So if I fail, I do full damage, or if I succeed, I do full damage. But if I fail, I deal half of my precise strike damage. So half of the bonus damage that comes from the panache on failure.
Okay, what I mean is, give me a description of what you're doing. I want to hear are you swinging it? Did you find
I
a
was-
line that you're swinging in on, or what are you doing?
No. I was getting there. I just wanted to just make that
Yep,
point.
yep.
So I'm going to take my rapier and I'm going to attempt to strike at both of his wings before thrusting towards the body.
Okay, all right. So what are we rolling now?
Just to roll the hit.
You're just rolling to hit right now. Okay.
Yeah, and I rolled a 15.
Okay, so it has a negative. So it's flat-footed,
Yes.
which it would normally you would have missed because its AC is 17, but flat-footed brings it down to 15. So you hit.
All right, sweet. So I will do 1d6 plus 1 from the rapier, and then another d6 and precision, 2d6 and precision damage for the finisher.
Wait, another 2d6?
Yep.
So 3d6 plus 1?
Yep. But I lose the panache after doing that.
I would hope so.
The whole
Holy
concept,
crap.
yeah, the whole concept of the swashbuckler in terms of damage and putting a lot of damage out is you gain panache, you spend panache on a finisher and do a crap ton of damage, and then repeat.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's essentially it. Yeah.
You just have to get everything has to align. You have to
Yeah,
do this and
so-
this so that you can do this.
It's like
Yep.
think of points to spend on a sneak attack. It's extra bonus damage.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Panache away. It is kind of
That's
a
it.
sneak attack, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a total of 14 points of damage.
Holy cow.
Wow.
He is bloodied for sure. He don't like that. Wow. And that was your complete turn, correct?
Yep, that was
So
all
you-
3 actions.
You attacked his wings and it's, oh my gosh, cutting these guys apart. Timu.
So Timu is going to walk into the room. I can walk through Hallbrick, correct?
Yes.
Actually,
yes.
I'm not there. I was actually here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's for
The-
camera
I
purposes.
just did it
Yeah.
so you
for
could see
camera
stuff.
purposes only.
All right, so I'm gonna my first
Action.
Yep, thank you. That's the word I was
Mhm.
looking for. My first action was moving into the room.
Mm-hmm.
My second one is going to be a Raconteur's reload, so I can
Mhm.
eventually shoot at this guy. 5 and I forget what that 5 and intimidation, so 11 total intimidation. I don't think it
Oh, and this was against his.
Will
I'm sorry.
DC.
will.
Will no. That fails.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna shoot now.
But why would you do anything else?
Precisely. That's a 16 plus 9 is 25.
Oh, good lord! Yeah. Now let me ask you guys a question. He's only flat-footed to Deg.
Correct.
It was
Okay.
only to my next attack on that turn.
Gotcha.
So
I
he's
just
no
want to make
longer
sure that I'm
flat-footed.
because if his AC
It would have
was
been
still a
critical.
15, it would have been critical.
Yeah,
So it's not. It's right. So it's not a critical hit. It
Yeah.
is a hit, though. Yes,
Right.
definitely.
All right.
Very close.
had I critically succeeded on the feint, then he would have been flat-footed until the end of my next turn.
Oh wow.
Or it might have been to all attacks I make. It might just be specific
Hmm.
to me. Let me double check that real quickly.
Okay. All right,
That
that's
makes
fine.
more sense.
All right.
yeah.
All right. So you
I
go
rolled
ahead.
a
And
3 plus 1,
it's
so
just to
4
me.
total damage.
4 total damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell you, you got the fly on the ropes. I don't know why the fly's on a rope, but you have the fly on the ropes, and that was your
All right.
third.
That was my third. I am
Action,
all
correct?
done.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Aldor.
Okay, let's see if I can get myself into the mix here from where I am because I decided to take a step back my last turn.
You did. Now hold on a second. Before you move, Halbrick is not there.
Right.
It looks like he's
over
kind of in
here.
the door, but he is not there. Just let you know.
So FYI, I think what you need to do in this is we need to create another token that's basically your observer camera token that you can give Mark access to that he can see through, and then so Halbrick's token can stay still when
That'd be really
need it to.
nice.
That's an excellent idea.
just for next session.
Yep.
Okay. That's 4. I don't want to move any. I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be clogging the way for Halbrick because I can't move any further. I don't want to get further in.
You're fine.
All right.
He's gonna be dead
Um,
when you're done anyway.
Yeah, probably. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna step in.
All right, real quick. Hold on one second. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I put a camera outside of the room.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, if you move that in there, can you then see the room? Why'd you move it into a wall?
I don't know.
Well, you got to move it. Here,
It
you got to
kinda
move it through the door.
Yeah.
Move it through the door into
it
the middle of the
doesn't
room.
do nothing.
You probably need to
it didn't
turn on
do
the
anything.
dynamic lighting vision. You need to give it all the. You need to give the token like proper vision through the dynamic lighting on the token.
Dynamic lighting, vision. Okay. How about that? Here, let's just let go of it. Let me put it there. How about that?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
watching the stream, and it is.
You can see it now. Okay, so you can control that from now on. Just put it inside the room whenever we go.
All right.
All right, and just put Hallbrook wherever he's supposed to be.
He's already where he needs to be.
And maybe shrink
Gotcha.
shrink the camera token so it's not as crazy immersion breaking as a floating camera.
I mean, I kind of like. Here, how about that? Oh, I can't do it. All right,
All right.
for right now, go ahead.
All right, so yeah, so he steps in first action and a second action, a second and third actions. He's gonna do his caltrop bullet again.
Caltrop bullet. Okay,
Uh,
fire away.
That is a hit. No cover this time, so I'm going
No
to
cover,
do
correct.
+7 to hit.
Oh,
It's a 5 on the die, so plus the
12?
12
12
to
is
hit.
a miss.
That's my turn.
Oh, I thought you were shooting it twice.
No, it's 2 actions to do it.
Oh,
It's a
that's
cantrip.
right. I'm sorry. Yep, I misunderstood. Okay, Mika. It's right next to you. It is flailing around. The whole party basically is charged into this little teeny tiny room with you, and it's looking for a way out.
Okay, well, the first thing I wanted to do is exploit its vulnerability.
Okay.
That's a 20, dirty.
Okay. And exploit vulnerability. Just remind me again what I can
Simple
look at it
DC.
for you.
Simple DC.
Right, but what does it give you again? That's what I mean.
It gives me.
Here, I can look it up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like a book.
Oh, that's where you get something from your esoterica that does something
Yeah.
against what it's
Yeah.
vulnerable for. What was your total though?
20, dirty.
Okay, I thought you rolled a 20.
No, it's
Okay.
a dirty 20 is what I rolled.
Right. I don't think that there is any vulnerability. There's nothing that's special about this.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing that you could gain by doing it. Here, I'll give you some knowledge. You could have gotten fly pox from it.
Okay. So.
Yeah, stay away from me.
Well, okay, so my weapon does become magical against it.
Okay.
So that's one thing now.
Right. It doesn't. Yeah. Like I said, for this, it's just a. I understand why you're doing the exploit vulnerability. I don't think in every case you possibly should.
Well, I
But,
mean that's
You
like
know.
bread and butter of my character. And,
Right.
you know,
But that would be against creatures that had vulnerabilities, and not every creature is going to have a vulnerability.
to
True.
my character, every
Yep.
character does.
Yep. No, that's fine. That's fine.
There's really nothing I can do with my mirror.
You're talking away from the microphone.
Sorry, I'm. There's nothing I can really do with my mirror because there's no way I can flank it.
Yep.
So I guess I will attack it twice. Ugh.
There you go. First attack.
First attack. Oh, attack it with that. Attack it with the D20. So that is 24 to hit
That's a hit,
for 5 points of damage.
and you killed it.
Oh, yay!
I said it was pretty bad off.
Yay.
And like I said, something like that, like like if a wolf attacks you, it doesn't. I'm not sure that it helps you that much, but then again, it may.
Right.
Because I feel like sometimes using that one action when you got something, especially on the ropes, maybe removing an attack attempt. I'm not sure, but okay, yes. So you have killed the giant flies. Yeah. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to take a trophy.
What do you want? A
A
wing?
mandible.
Mandible?
Yeah, because isn't that what the other one bit me with? Was a mandible?
It did.
I would like to take a mandible from that thing. that
Take a
bit me.
mandible.
I want to wrap that up because the whole flypox thing. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's not be patient zero, shall we?
Now, I will tell you, I'm going to tell you right now, I rolled for you a save
Mm-hmm.
as to whether you would contract flypox. I'm only saying it right now because I rolled where you did not contract it, but this would have been something that could have potentially been over days. You would have noticed things happening. It's not necessarily like, D&D, oh, there's like damage now. It could have been, hey, tomorrow you get this negative on you until you get
Yeah.
like this disease taken care of. The next day it gets worse. The next day it gets worse.
Yeah, that's cool. Because otherwise we'd end this fight and go,
Yeah.
okay, who can heal her?
Right.
And,
Right.
Right. Well, you wouldn't even know. Right.
that's what I'm saying.
'cause-
That's what's cool
Exactly.
Yeah,
about
I
it.
wouldn't know.
right. You could be like, oh, let's keep on going down
Yeah,
in
in
the
D&D,
dungeon. And
we'd
then
be
all of
like,
a sudden
okay,
you're like,
who's got cure disease in D&D? That's
Right.
that's our first question after the fight ends. This way,
Right.
we've got mysteries a day after the fight.
right. So I'm going to try and do rolls like that where something you would not know, which you wouldn't know that. I'm going to try and
Right.
roll them myself, which is a little bit different than what we
Very
normally
cool.
do. So,
But you
Okay.
just told us, so you blew it.
well, no, I didn't. I'm just telling you
No, you
because that's how we're going to do this. We're learning the game. Remember, Mark? We're learning this game.
He can also choose to do phantom rolls whenever he wants to make us
Exactly.
Exactly.
think something could
Make us
happen.
nervous.
Exactly. Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, we could be over here like,
Aha.
No, the key to that is to take like 15 dice and just throw them at the table and go, ah.
There you go.
Um,
Okay.
uh,
What would you
there's
guys
a
like to
door
do?
to the north.
there's a trap door that the thing came out of. Was there like a ladder that looks up into there? Or
There
was
is not a ladder up there.
Oh, okay.
Remember, this is a fly.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you want to spend your time and energy going up there and finding a way to get up there,
Nah.
I'm going to tell you, it's just an opening to the outside.
Okay.
That
We do have a
fly-
30-foot ladder we might be able to squeeze in there.
I don't think
I was
you can
gonna
get a
say.
30-foot ladder in this room.
Yeah, there's a lot of curves to
Angle it,
maneuver
just
around. There's a lot of
Angle
curves.
it right.
A lot of angles.
It's not one
here.
of those really functional bendy ladders you can put
No,
in
it's
different
us-
positions.
That's us screaming in the hallway, pivot!
That's
Pivot!
right.
Okay.
Gosh.
All right.
Okay, so you guys, that is sort of a, I don't want to say dead end, but this is in the southwest corner of the keep. You guys know that there's nothing outside of it. That was, if
Shall
viewed
we-
from the outside, that's like to the west of the bridge/ladder that you laid down.
Shall we check out that other door then?
Yeah, let's check it out.
Yeah, let's head north.
Okay, so you're gonna go to the door to the north.
Yes.
Let me go ahead.
Well,
and
first things first. Does somebody want to take a look at Mika and see if they can treat her wounds?
Did you get?
I'm not feeling very well.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not dead. I'm nearly dead,
All right.
but not dead.
Wait, you didn't put any damage on your character.
I did.
No, on,
On
the
my
token.
sheet it shows.
On the
Oh,
token.
Not on your token.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not doing it on your token. So can you? Because these don't connect. Can you just put it on there, please? I
Oh,
forgot
it's
that
not
you even
even-
got damage.
It's not even correct on my token.
Oh, well, that's yeah. The red one should be how many hit points you have. For everyone, if you look at your tokens, the red circle when you click on it should be your hit points.
Mhm.
The blue circle should be your AC.
That's harder to track the AC because things can go up and
No,
down.
yeah,
so
yeah, don't worry.
easily.
This
Yeah.
is just your normal, everyday walking around AC. If we have pluses and minuses that happen during the game, they happen. But I just want you to make sure that your AC is correct as far as, like I said, walking around normal days. Even not Mark with his shield raised. Let's pretend he sat down for a second. And your hit points should be correct on there.
Okay.
Are your hit points correct on there,
Yes.
Mine are
Mika?
not. No, mine are not.
Can you guys change your hit points on there?
Yeah. You just go
Yeah.
into the little gear when you click on it, the settings, and then you change the number on the right, I believe. And
I
just
can
hit
change
save
it for you.
settings.
Oh no,
I'm
that's
what- what-
we just meant on
I'm
the fly to
changing mine
alter
now.
your current hit points.
What is your normal hit points?
Oh,
Mika, what's your normal? Rebecca,
I
what's your,
just changed it. I just changed it. It was 16 and you had me at 13.
okay? So you got an 8. Okay, yeah. So you are
And you had my AC wrong too.
a little bit hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have anything wrong. These are you guys'
It was our
characters.
responsibility.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to move you guys out into the larger room because it's a little bit easier to see you
Well,
guys
my
out there.
sheet was correct.
So let's get you guys out into the larger room. I'm just putting everybody out there. I'm putting the camera out there and everything, so everyone can see what's going on. So Mika is, she's wounded.
Right. So I can treat
She's
wounds.
she's bloodied.
So I'm gonna treat wounds.
All right. So yeah. So it's a medicine check.
Medicine check.
DC is usually 15.
And why did we decide the DC was 15?
The medicine check is reading it. The medicine check DC is usually 15, though the GM might adjust it based on
Right.
circumstances.
Yep. Okay. All right. So what is
I
your
rolled an
roll
11. So that failed.
for
That's a
your
failure.
medicine check?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
That is
So
a failure.
gotcha. So that is a failure. So what
Right.
happens to her when each does a failure?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Critical
And he
failure
can't-
would be bad.
If
He
it was a
can't do it
critical
again.
failure,
Can't do it
Correct.
again,
I
right?
Well,
can't do it again
Pass,
for an
pass
hour.
or fail. Pass or fail. She's
Mhm.
immune to treating wounds for the next hour.
Right.
So
So
I
I guess we
I
could
can
move on to
cast
the
a
next
heal
room then.
spell on her.
You could. Or we can just say,
I mean,
Suck it up,
I'll
Buttercup.
just let me lick my wounds, literally.
Seriously, all I have is heal spells. That's all I'm good for.
how many points do you, how hurt are you,
It's
Mika?
easy for you to
I'm
say.
bloodied
She's 8 out of
Okay.
at
16.
16.
Yeah, maybe a heal spell would be
Yeah,
hard.
she's not nicked, that's for sure.
I mean, that one hit, I was like, that's the first time I got hit today, and it.
Yeah, the fly, its damage was what is it? 1d6 plus 3.
Yeah,
So you
that-
got damn near max of it.
yeah, that did not feel good.
I mean, wasn't supposed to.
It was rude.
It was rude.
was
However,
rude.
I need to do some damage to you guys because right now you guys are just
Right.
like, oh la
Okay.
la.
Yeah, I do the
Downright.
2 action version, and it's D8 plus 8, and she's only down 8, so she's max.
You didn't have to do. Why would you just do the?
It's
two
one
action? Why
spell
would
no
you-
matter what. You can do 1 action, 2 action, or 3 action for the same spell.
Yeah,
So I did a 2 action, so you
Okay.
get more hit points.
right. That way
But-
he's
I'm
assured of
assuring
filling you.
that you have full
On
hit
the
points.
one
So what's
action.
The one action.
1 action is just
Oh,
a
I guess
D8.
it doesn't matter. I'm thinking like spell slots.
No, it's not
So-
spell
no.
slots.
No,
Okay,
same
I'm
spell
think-
slot either way.
Sorry, D&D thinking.
fine.
Okay, so
That's fine.
all right, it's
Right.
the same spell. So I'm at max. Thank
So
you.
you're back at full. So go ahead and change yours back to full.
Okay.
Okay. What would you guys like to do?
Shall we try the door to the north?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna move right up to that door and prepare to try and enter.
Don't think I like spiders anymore.
Okay. All right. So you're going to go up to the northmost door.
Yep.
Right. And let me go ahead and I'm going to change this here. I do want to make sure on that door because there are some doors where it says different things.
Mika, you want to move, or you want to stay?
I'm gonna stay behind. Thank you.
Oh, sure. She's one little hit, and she's suddenly a scaredy cat.
Ooh.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Wow.
That was
I see what you did
Literally.
there.
Literally. Okay. So let me go ahead and I am going to move. Okay, what did I just do? Oh, I did go to the wrong one. Okay. I'm going to, you're going to go ahead and open the door. Okay, click. All right, now you can see. Let me see where I'm at. Okay, so let me just describe the room you can see. All right, so you can see this room here. The collapsed ceiling at the middle of this room has left a ragged hole in the wooden roof. And you remember what I described to you. This looks like it was a multi-level keep but
Yeah.
any level above the first level is basically shot. Rotten tapestries, their designs completely obscured by mold, hang in tatters on the walls between arrow slits and ruined side tables. The remains of a fancy dining table lie mostly pulverized by the fallen ceiling. So, in the middle of this room, looks like there was a big fancy dining table, but the ceiling fell on it and basically destroyed it. The room is kind of weird shaped. As you see throughout the keep, these are arrow slits.
Yep.
All right. And those are just, I think in the other room, you probably could have seen an arrow slit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's one
But
down
you
at the
guys
bottom.
Yeah.
should be able to see out of them if you do that.
Yeah.
There's a door to the east, and that is what you see right now.
All right. I'm gonna take a couple steps in then, and just
Watch out for
How
dragons.
many steps? I'm joking.
Okay, I was gonna say I put right where I'm at.
Okay, what's everybody else doing?
I'm
I'm
following
going
in. Watch out for dragons, though.
Yes, he's right.
There's no damn dragons here.
I believe there are.
I'm gonna search around the room
All right, so
and look out the slits.
move to wherever you want to search.
That doesn't sound ominous at
That
all.
pile right here
no.
looks interesting.
Okay, so hold on a second. Stop.
Zipping
I
around.
didn't say to throw yourself around the room.
You
Okay.
said move
So
myself. I moved
let's just
myself.
back up here for a second. Let's just hold on. Halbrick was walking across here. Aldor moved over there. Okay. So when Halbrick and Aldor basically move onto this rubble section.
Take out the dragon.
Wait, are you gonna spoil the dragon?
I warned them.
What happens is 6 ghostly kobolds come out of the rubble and start like howling. And they're like, "Woo!"
Hey, Deg, you know
Everyone?
these guys?
Everyone, first of all, roll a will save. Just keep your number. Keep your number, then we'll go through everybody's number. All right, did everyone roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mika, what'd you roll?
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
25 total.
25 total. Yeah, that.
Yes.
See, don't give me. Okay, and I know that we're kind of used to it in D&D. I always will need numbers. Okay, natural 20 won't mean anything to me on certain things. Okay,
For most things.
so but
most
for
things.
these, do they get a 20? Does give you a critical? It does up it by 1, correct?
It will, yes. Natural 20 will up the. If it was a success, that moves it to a critical success.
Okay,
If
so
it was a
you have
failure, it moves to a success.
right. You have a critical success. So we're just going to move on from you. Timu,
18 total.
how much?
18 total.
18. Okay. You have a success. You are frightened 1.
Oh shit. Oh,
Aldor,
12.
12. You have a failure. You are confused. And you're frightened 2. Halbrick,
25.
25 total. You have succeeded. You are frightened 1. And Deg,
21.
21. Same thing. You are frightened 1. And these creatures come up and they start swooping around the room. And they look like they're going to be attacking. Who was it that was the failure? Aldor? Aldor? And
That was the
that's
big
where we're
failure.
Yep, that's where
have
we're
to
going
say
go
to
ahead
a god.
That's where we're going to go ahead and stop tonight.
Oh, come on.
That's
Write
where we're
down
gonna
these.
stop right there.
Write down these conditions, please.
Yeah,
so we
write down your
remember it.
conditions, okay? Everything that you had, because I'm not gonna
You
I'm
can
not gonna have
save
them.
it. You can put it right on your character.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
Just put
what
it
I
right
did.
on your
Yeah, right
character.
on your sheet here.
Yep.
You got to save
Yeah.
it. though.
Luckily, none of you had critical failure. Critical failure, you were confused for longer, and you go to frightened 3. Okay, so that's like I said, that's where we're going to end. Whatever app you're listening to us on, follow us and please leave us a rating and review, hopefully a 5-star. We'd like to let you all know we are still an affiliate for FanRoll. If you go to our Discord server or our Linktree, which is Linktree/sometimes YOUcrit. Why did that just pop up on my thing? Sorry, a message just popped up in front of what I was reading. Let me try that again. We'd like you to know we're an affiliate for FanRoll. If you go to our Discord server on our Linktree, which is Linktree/sometimes YOUcrit, we have links to their site. If you use the code sometimes Y10, you will get 10% off of your purchase. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Discord. Who knows? Right now, Twitter's burning down. I've just joined up with what's the new one?
Threads.
Threads.
I just drove Threads today. I've been trying to get onto the one that the former people from Blue Sky. I'm trying to get onto Blue Sky because Twitter is burning down right now. And Discord. So come on, join us with something. If you want to support our effort monetarily, join us on Patreon. Memberships start as low as $3 a month, and you will help us keep doing what we love. That's all we have tonight. Have a great evening. We'll see you here next week. And remember, sometimes you crit. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Bye.
So, I'm going to tell you right now, I freaking love Pathfinder.
Yeah.
I could have played this all
Very
night.
intricate, man.
Because once we learn, and I know we're still alive, once
Yep.
we learned how to do this, like at first I was like, oh shit, every combat's going to take a damn 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, we have
once
to
you
get to the-
guys,
We have to get to the point
once
where
you
we're not
guys
looking up
got
what does vulnerability, what does the exploit vulnerability do?
right, but once you guys got it, like it moved along.
Yeah.
Like it moved along very quickly. And
Well-
every time we play, it's going to go faster.
Well,
Yep.
every level will have new stuff, and we'll have to describe them. But everything else will be old, and we'll just do it.
But it's not so much that, it's that you guys are used to now, this takes an action. This takes 2 actions. This
True.
is, and that helps you make up your mind on what you're going to do. And nobody was like sitting around going,
I'm gonna go check my meat. I'll be right back. Do you want me to
alright.
transition or no?
yeah, you can transition.
Yeah, let's
transitions get us
say
out of it.
goodbye to our
Yeah.
2 people. Bye, Jana.
Yep.
Goodbye,
Bye,
Thanks
Jana.
for watching. Bye,
Hi,
Jana.
Jana. Get people to follow us.
Wargayer's the other one.